Hello there. I think I've got everything just about set up. I'm gonna wait for perhaps just a moment longer to see if anybody else is going to join in. We might be having a bit of a smaller stream today. But that's fine. Sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a smaller, shorter stream. Well, smaller and shorter are two different things, but we'll see. Let me just make sure everything's set up. I actually took the liberty of preparing things ahead of time for once, except for an opener. Did not prepare one this time, but that's okay. I'm thinking we are just about ready. So today we have a couple of different mods. So there is one particular Half-Life 2 mod which I am quite a fan of and don't really have many issues with. And there is another one which could do for some improvements, and I have a couple of qualms about. And we're going to start with the one that I'm not the most interested in first, because it's the one that got a more recent release, and then we'll move on to the one that I really do like. So let me really quickly... Yep, everything looks like it is exactly how it should be. Good. Very good. And I think you guys are hearing me fine, yes? Maybe I can make a couple of audio adjustments while we're playing, but we should be fine. Hello there. Alright, so first up we have, this is a mod that just got a Chapter 1 release on, I think it was Sunday now. Yeah, chapter release on Sunday, and this one is called Half-Life 2 Raising the Bar Redux. It is a, not really much of a Redux anymore, but more of a reimagining of a older Half-Life 2 beta mod called Half-Life 2 Raising the Bar, which never actually finished or released. But they got all of their assets from the old mod, and they're working it together into a newer mod. And if you've been a member of the Half-Life 2 modding community, or especially any of the Valve beta communities within the last few years, you've definitely heard the name, usually under not very great circumstances. Oh yeah, Half-Life 2 is like the go-to beta kind of a game because of all the stuff that's leaked before. Anyway, Raising the Bar Redux has sort of become the butt of a lot of jokes in recent times for a number of reasons, and we'll explore those as we go along. I'm not rooting against it. To clarify, I'm 100% not rooting against development of this mod, but there are some issues that I have with it, which will become apparent as we play. And yeah, then we'll move on to something that I think is a lot cooler. Let's see if this works here. So they've got their own opening here, which is pretty nice. Kind of overstays its welcome a little bit in my own personal opinion, but that's just me. Let me make sure that my mic is set correctly. There we go. Old Valve opening. That was the Open Your Eyes Valve intro, which it's just a thing. A beta-fied episode on Half-Life. Oh, the community would tear me to bits. They would tear me limb from limb, but yeah, maybe something. I did set things up previously, so good, everything's in order. This is Raising the Bar Redux. And this is just a sort of a demo opening thing for it. Apparently, earlier on, there was a stream done by the Half-Life 2 Project Beta team on this. It was just Vitoy, who's like the leader guy, with the lead developer. And they were explaining a couple of things. This bonus maps thing here, not actually for anything. Originally they were going to have a weapons test sort of feature, but they didn't finish it in time, so that's just there. But we have the opening and the first chapter to explore, so let's go ahead without further ado, and I'll narrate some of the things I like, some of the things I don't like as we go along.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. You've been waiting for quite some time now. Not that the passage of time has held much meaning for you, but elsewhere things have been a bit complicated. 10 years is a long time, Mr. Freeman. A lifetime for some. It was no time at all for you. Climb aboard, Mr. Freeman. It's time to wake up.
So there we have the custom G-Man opening there, which is pretty good. I think the voice actor did a good job, and a lot of that is based off of what was seen in the Half-Life 2 development book called Raising the Bar, which is where the name comes from. Apparently in development they had a much longer sequence that they cut, which of course they did. Every time there's a G-Man sequence, it's a shortened version of a longer sequence that existed at one point. So, a couple of things to look at here.
I didn't see you get on.
High definition citizen face maps, which is nice. I don't know where they got these from. These are not the high quality citizen face maps taken from a leak recently from 2016, so they might have just made these custom using AI or something like that. They look pretty good, so I don't really have any issues. So, a few things to talk about for this mod. Raising the Bar Redux had a leak that occurred in, I think it was 2018? It might have been 2017, it might have been 2019. But there was a leak that had happened, which had happened because of a disgruntled member of the development team who had been laid off, or who had left, or whatever. It's how it always goes. But, comparing this, what they have now, to what they had in that leaked version, it's pretty good. You can see a lot of improvements have been made, in terms of stuff like the level design. That being said, there are some negatives to the positives as well, which we will get to as we go along. I will say, there are 3 portions of this mod, and I played this earlier, so I'm not going into this blind. There are 3 portions to Raising the Bar Redux, this demo release, which I am a fan of. First off, the choreographed scenes have been done pretty well. The lip syncing for the different lines is good. Second off, we have the custom music. There's custom music that is seen later on into this. And finally, there is the gunplay. The guns feel like they're pretty polished. I do have some issues with them that I'll talk about when we get to that, but other than that, they're pretty good. So, already we've got some interesting stuff here. This is a custom stun stick model here that was created. Don't hit me, I am trying to analyze you, you absolute worm. These are custom stun sticks based off of some leaked files.
If I talk to you out here, we'll both be in trouble.
I like how HD these face maps are. I don't know how they did that. It's probably just custom assets that they made using AI or whatever, but I really like this. And this entire area, from the leak that had happened a couple years back, this has been changed entirely. Originally in the leaked build of the game, this was just a single long straight hallway with some tiles on each walls. And it didn't have any of these extra background assets or anything, which is nice. And I appreciate that they updated this. This guy looks so HD. I love it. Yeah, you're using waifu 2x to scale all the things. It probably would have been, whatever the name of that other, upscaler is called. I can't remember. So this, I mean, you get a good sense of scale here. Now, we have the console. So, I'm going to assume that you folks don't know much about, the Half-Life 2 beta, so I will explain things as I go along. But this is the console, which was the original name for Dr. Breen. And as you can tell, it's literally just Dr. Breen with some slight modifications. The concept obviously remains the same. He became the Earth leader after surrendering to the Combine. But the console had a lot of like dictator type, like Russian dictator, Eastern European type influence to him, which we didn't really see much in the final game. There's some lines from the Half-Life 2 leak from the console, which were obviously temporary stuff, but they came in with like weird Eastern European sounding speech in the background. And it wasn't actual speech, it's just gibberish according to everyone. But, yeah, it's the console. And, their model that they're using is custom. It's, we'll get to it. There are some pictures and renders of him, and, I do have a few issues with them. Mostly because he's like a 65, 70-year-old man wearing a skin-tight rubber suit. Disgusting. These are nice, though. These are a couple of posters, propaganda posters, that are either remade or are taken directly from the Half-Life 2 leak. Good stuff. This is the Cremator. Everybody's favorite. Everybody loves the Cremator. And Metro Police and some cops and whatever. Obviously, this is a very, very big, specially done, what's the word I'm looking for? Train station. So,
Welcome to City 17. You have chosen or been chosen to relocate to one of our finest remaining urban centers. I thought so much of City 17 that I elected...
Anyway, so, this is based off of a long sought after, never quite located, map from the Half-Life 2 leak. The, train station. Which obviously was going to be, like, the final game, the final, the first level. What? Man, you're just sitting here, you're having a nap. A little bit of blood, but doesn't matter, apparently. Weirdo. So, train station. Yes, there is a couple of pictures of concept art for it. Obviously, like the final Half-Life 2, the train station was going to be the opening to the game. And one of the things that distinguishes the beta train station is that... Hello there. Hello? Oh, this must have just arrived. There's going to be a giant chasm right in the middle of it. It'll be like trains coming through the chasm. So they did a nice job recreating that here. I did not take a look inside of this train. Lighting's a little bit messed up, but whatever.
I thought so much of City 17 that I elected to establish...
So this first level, it's a nice first level. Looks pretty cool. It's got more... These were called console casts because it was like the broadcasts that the console did. So you can see his model there and there. He's wearing a giant, like, skin-tight rubber shirt. I don't know why he's wearing that. It's all reflective. It's gross. He's like 70 years old. And like that's just something that I have a personal issue with, but there's going to be a lot of problems with the mod that show themselves and rear up their teeth and whatever later on. Let me just go along here a little bit faster using some glitches because it takes so long to navigate anywhere. This guy's just cowering, by the way. He's just here. Okay, look, maybe he's not too old for fashion, but he's a little bit old to be wearing a literal gimp suit on live broadcasts, okay? Alright, it's rubber. Why is he wearing rubber? So this guy cowering over here, he went running when that other person got shot in the face. He's just there. Anyway, moving along, by the first level, I'm gonna start showing a handful of issues that I have with this mod so far. Dropping a couple of frames there, it's fine. Loading. So this is a very, very famous area. This is the Terminal Plaza, which obviously we have a completely different version of in the final Half-Life 2, but this Terminal Plaza here is very well known because of well, stuff like its shape. It's got the horses here in the middle. It was used in E3 2003, I think? Maybe I'm wrong. It was going to be used for E3 2002. The first trailer that was ever made for Half-Life 2 shows this off, and it's also on the box art. Not used in the final game, but it's on the box art. A lot of cool stuff going on here. A couple of scripted scenes, like right here. Whoa, look at all this stuff. Look at it. It's 2003 again, folks.
Gordon Freeman.
Is that... Soy Boy! Wait a second. I know that doesn't say Soy Boy. That says Soy Boy. I wonder if that's custom or if that's like an original thing.
Over here, Dr. Freeman.
So, a couple of issues with this map. Hold on. I'm gonna completely ignore that guy. I'm gonna go talk to this guy. Talk to me. Okay, I'm gonna talk to this guy. I know I can recreate this, because it happened to me earlier on accident. I can just find, like, a citizen standing around somewhere. You, speak to me. They are not doing it anymore. Surprising. Earlier on, last time I loaded this up, they were glitching out, and they were calling me Gordon Freeman, which they're not supposed to be doing. They're not supposed to know who I am at this point in time. But that was an oversight from the developers on not setting a world flag that they were supposed to set. Anyway, let me head back over here. Hopefully the scene hasn't happened already. Okay, no. This guy gets arrested, and then you wander away. And that's the entire scene. Unless I broke it. Nope, he still gets arrested. Cool. Let me have a little bit of my water here. That's all it is. It's just he gets arrested. This is based off of a scene from a version of the beta, which that scene has additional lines, and the leaked version of this map, like I said, there was a leak that happened with Raising the Bar Redux. The leaked version used those lines, which gave a little bit more context. Originally he'd be standing here, he's like, hey, you, come over here, you're Barney's friend, right? Come with me, I'm gonna get you some papers and we can get you where you're going. And then he goes over there and then he gets arrested, which is based off of a scene in the beta, but they, I guess, cut that and replaced it with just final lines from citizens for this release. Another thing over here that irks me just a little bit is, this is called the procession, the Combine procession. And the reason why it irks me is because it's not actually a thing from the beta. People are like, oh, look, it's the procession. And it's always clarified by the Half-Life 2 Project Beta dudes, like, no, there wasn't actually going to be one of these in the actual game. It was just used for E3. But, yeah, it's a little thing. It does look kind of cool. Kind of weird, too, but whatever. These are all custom assets, too, so shout-outs to the people who made those custom assets. Pretty cool-looking stuff. The bug eyes are a little bit weird to me, but whatever, it's something that you can get used to. So now we're going to start running into some troubles. Oh, and these are custom city scanners, too, based off of really old concept art. We're going to start running into things that I think are problems. So there's a little bit of inconsistency that needs to be addressed. Now, the first little bit of inconsistency that I noticed while I was playing, and it bothered me a little bit, this, I can go left and right on it, and that's because there are two different types of ladders in the Source engine. There is the point-based ladder, which is there's one point that would be down here and one point that would be right here, and that's how the game would figure it out. You could go up and down on them, and you can mount and demount from them. And then there are brush ladders, is what they're called, which are used for Counter-Strike and stuff like that. Now, brush ladders are just a big invisible box which you can move anywhere on top of, and that's what these are right now. My issue isn't necessarily because they are brush ladders, but I thought it was sort of weird that they use both. Later on, there's going to be some point-based ladders and then more brush-based ladders, and it's just like weird stuff to me how it's not consistent. Which comes up a lot. There's the inconsistency in level design, but yeah, that's I am going to break somebody's neck. I keep falling off there. That's not intentional. Okay, that's just on me. This is taken from a map, from a leaked map pack called the Worldcraft Map Pack, and it's got these weird things on them, which is kind of cool. You can see another shot of the procession down here. They're just walking. They're not doing nothing else. Okay, so problems start here. The first time I was playing this, I got trapped by these two because there is a there's an invisible clip here, which prevents you from moving over there. But these guys don't stand in place. If I press this guy a bunch of times, he starts chasing me, right? And so what I did earlier was I got him to chase me, and then I stood over here, and then I was in the spot where he was standing. That became a problem because he wanted to get back in that spot, and I couldn't get out of it. So these two, this guy right here and this guy over here, they started wailing on me, and I got stuck in this corner here, and I couldn't get out, and I had to use no clip. I mean, it's a little thing, but it's something that can happen to people easily. It happened to be on accident, and it was something that can be fixed pretty easily. So that's my first qualm. Things get much worse, like, progressively as we go along. This is just taken straight from the leaked Half-Life 2 maps, by the way. No real reason for there to be a elevator here, but whatever, it is what it is. I like it. These are fake doors. Real fake doors. Oh, that's something else I'm going to show off in a little while. This is the other side of where we saw that guy get arrested earlier. I think in the, God, I might be mixing this up with a different mod. But I think in the leaked version of this, when we saw that guy get arrested, as we were going down that, we would be able to see him getting, like, restrained from the civil protection. But that might just be a different mod that I'm thinking of. Here we've got some propsy, some cold drink. Pardon me. And we got just a lad here. He's chilling. Okay, this is from, apparently, this is something that I learned during the live stream that I was watching earlier. For those of you on the Hat and Time Cut content server, this apparently was initially designed by a member of our server. This is from Titan T. So, you go. Give him a shout out if you're on there. We got more stuff over here, which there's kind of just stuff everywhere. This is where I start having a little bit of an issue. Yeah, that's right. But this is where I'm starting to have a little bit of an issue, because there is a lot of just extra background areas and spaces. Usually it wouldn't be a problem with me. I wouldn't have an issue with it, but there is a lot of stuff that you can walk up to. And if you don't know where you're going, you can see this light here, and you'd be like, oh, you need to go through that door. Nope. Or, oh, there's probably something over here because there are guys watching it. Nope, nothing over here. You could be like, oh, okay, I was supposed to go the other way, so... Which is accelerated side hop all the way back over here. Oh, maybe I need to get this cop to move away. Nope. All of this is just background areas. You can't go through that door. So there's no utility purpose to all this background stuff, even though it's accessible. A little bit of a nitpick, but becomes a bigger issue later on. You'll see as I continue. But that's the end of that level. This next one was where I started having much bigger problems, because stuff falls apart pretty quick in this mod. In my opinion, anyway. So this looks kind of nice, kind of pretty, and I'm not gonna discredit it because it does look kind of pretty. But I am going to discredit it for these guys. So this is the Cremator. If you know anything about any sort of game beta, you've probably heard of the Cremator before. These guys are basically janitors that work for the Combine. They patrol the streets and shoot out like a plasma or a burning liquid, or whatever you'd want to call it, to get rid of bodies and headcrabs and stuff like that. The problem that I'm seeing right here is that this Cremator is completely messed up. So let me actually disable the AI so we can take a look at his face really quick. Let's turn down my FOV so we can get a little zoom in there. His eyes and his mouth are completely destroyed, beyond repair. This is a problem that exists in the Cremator's model by default, but it is a very easy thing to fix, right? So I've fixed this probably like 6 or 7 times for different mods that I've done. It is super easy to fix. You just need to take this model, put it in Blender, change the UVs, and re-export it, and then that's all it takes. The second issue that I have, let's re-enable the AI again, it is not making any noise. So this is completely on the modders. This is completely on the creators of this, because this Cremator is taken from, like, the NPC itself is from my friend Sergeant Stacker, who is a very talented dude, and he made a custom Cremator NPC because there's no code for them left over in like the leaks or anything. And one of the things that he includes is sounds. It has sounds. It's supposed to be making like these raspy noises every time it walks around. You're supposed to be able to hear every footstep, like it stomps around, making these like creepy sounds. And they just completely forgot. Like, inside of Stacker's... Oh, okay, I can't get up the ladder. He's in the way of the ladder. Thank you for that. So, like I said, they just completely forgot to finish adding this into their own mod. I know they're only supposed to be in the background for right now, but I mean, you walk directly up to one and you watch it burn some stuff, and the face is broken and it's not making any noise. It's just beyond repair. Well, no, not beyond repair. I could actually pardon me. I could probably fix it so that it makes sounds, because I know what they used for it and I know how to get the sounds working. They forgot to put a single line inside of a text file to get this working. And it's a little bit embarrassing, but whatever. Second thing that I noticed while I was playing this level, these are the point-based ladders. They go up and down. You can't move left or right. So, a little bit of inconsistency there, which was a bit of a problem to me. Saw this dead guy, I thought, oh, maybe I can pick this up and use it as a weapon. No, it's just there. Following that, though, it's hard to take this next part seriously if you know anything about the beta. This is the get your free TVs ghetto. So if you've ever heard the term get your free TVs, it's a terrible, stupid meme, and it's based off of this section right here. There's a TV on the ground, a free TV right on the ground. I'm gonna chuck it back up there. See if I can do that. Work the first time. Get in there, you. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Get your free TVs was a fan name given to something that was described as like a super early test for Half-Life 2. And basically, there's a riot. There's citizens stealing TVs from stuff. And there's gonna be like a stupid fist fight sequence too, but they decided not to do that. But this is the butt of jokes. for the Half-Life 2 beta community. Like, nobody takes get your free TVs seriously. It's always been a meme, and they remade the entire ghetto here. Or no, they didn't even remake it. I'm 99% sure they just took this from one of the already existing maps. And, like, I looked at it, I was like, come on, man. Like, there's a broken window right here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 TVs inside. This is the TV store. They sell TVs and 3 radios. I think whoever was, like, making this for the mod was like, oh, haha, free TVs. And then he realized how stupid it was. And so he quickly panicked and was like, okay, we're going to put some radios there and make it a General Electric store. It's not. But, anyway, this next sequence happens, which kind of confuses me. So, if you've ever played Half-Life 2, you know the sequence where you get beat up by some cops, and then Alex comes and saves the day. In this sequence, I go through there, this closes, I run up ahead, this closes, and you can see these cops walking up to me. They're gonna wail on me. Nope, it's gonna turn to black. It's gonna turn to black, and that's it. And you can, I think that was me that screamed at the end there too. Gordon Freeman doesn't talk, but I guess I screamed. You can call it a little thing, but usually people don't just pass out randomly, like eyes turn to black. But whatever. This level I had a lot of problems with because of, again, it's more nitpicky stuff, but like it's weird. So you'll notice that my cell is the only cell that has this like brush door, this block door. The rest of the cells have these chain link doors. I'm thinking the reason why I have a door that looks like this as opposed to one of these chain link doors was whoever was making this might have just not known how to turn this into a working door. Because this is just, this sticks out like a sore thumb. I don't know why it's just this one is a metal just like block. And also you'll notice that the cop there just walked away. He didn't wait for me. Next issue that I had was this looks kind of nice, but these. So usually in Half-Life 2 or in Half-Life 2 mods, if there are like background doors that you're not supposed to be able to go through, if you hit E on them, they'll be locked and like you can't go through. These are not those doors. These are just somebody, whoever was making this decided instead of putting actual doors, they would put a static prop, which is the name of the entity for these. They'd put a static prop here with the door model instead of putting a locked door entity. So these you can't hit them, which is, again, it sticks out a bit like a sore thumb if you're looking for it. His mask just disappears. I don't know why his mask disappears as soon as he touches it. This is Barney.
You thought Black Mesa was as bad as it gets? Hey, listen. Kleiner, another one of your colleagues from Black Mesa. He's running an operation to get civvies out of City 17. We're gonna have to link up with
Dropping
him.
frames really fast for some reason.
His lab is located in a basement at the other end of the industrial sector.
I don't know what's making frames drop right now. Is it just... I think it's Barney. It's Barney's fault. Barney! You're lagging me out, dude.
I'll take a shortcut there myself. Once we link up, I'll introduce you to Dr.
Barney, you're dropping all of my frames, bro. I'm at over 1,000 dropped frames now. So this sequence is fine. Like, I don't have too many issues with it. You'll notice that Barney is using his base texture from Half-Life 2 Episode 1, which you can tell because he's covered in like dirt and he's got these marks on him. I don't know why they did that. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it's how it is. Okay, we gotta escape from there because Barney is dropping my frames like crazy. That's a little bit better. Okay, so this is the... oh, you know what? I know what it is. It's because this map is super unoptimized. I have to look at the floor if I don't want to lose frames. This is the industrial district. So, another well-known area from the Half-Life 2 beta. This is from like 2001, 2002. But they've messed it up. Okay, so if you take a minute and look at details and you look at it from like a game design perspective, weird stuff's going on. I'm dropping so many frames right now. This is such a laggy area. Are you guys alright? How are you guys seeing this? With a little sizz in there. Yeah, this is a big open up area, which very well known. This is like geometry taken probably directly from the Half-Life 2 beta. And we are dropping so many frames. I have a lot of problems with this map, is what I'm trying to say. So, initially, first time playing this, I had no idea where to go, because this guy's got this spot blocked off. This looks like it's just a little cutout area. It is not a little cutout area. You're supposed to go this way. I did not realize that at first, so I kept running back and forth trying to see if I can get down here or something. And no, you're supposed to go this way around the corner. They don't really have a light pointing to the corner or anything. It's something that the level could benefit from. I'm noticing that we're still losing a lot of frames right now, even though we are not out in the open anymore. So that is something that is bad, but I can't do anything about it. Alright, this area. I missed a couple of sequences here because I don't know. This is on me. You're supposed to walk over here and be like, oh no, you can't go through. I didn't even notice that was a thing the first time playing this. I just immediately jumped up over here. So this is the Steiner Chasm, which is another well-known location from the beta, but they don't have any actual Steinographers. These things also do not spin. They should spin, but they don't. Thank you for opening the door, lady. Apparently they just couldn't figure out how to get these rotating correctly in time. Looks like the dropped frames are done, so that's good. Not much to say about this area. It's kind of cool looking. It would probably be pretty cool if those actually rotated, but they don't, so oh well. This guy's just dead, casually. Oh, you know what? This area is like a Disney World attraction. And you'll see exactly what I mean when I say it's a Disney World attraction in just a second. But like, here we have just a dead citizen inside this cage. And some cops that look at me. This outside area I have a big problem with. So obviously, because of that red light, you can tell that you need to go in there. But that begs the question, if the only place you need to do, or the only thing you need to do is come from here to over here, then why is this here? So this entire section over here, let me accelerate side hop to get over here. Why is this entire section here? Like, we've got this big room over here. We've got a cop keeping a door like shut over here that you can barely see because it's way too dark. You've got this little area over here probably for like other citizens to go through, and you can see on the other side there's like a tree. There's a couple of flying things going by. There's a water tower up there. Why is this here? Why is it open for players to go by? If you don't notice this, like, if I were a confused player that didn't immediately notice that I'm supposed to go into that vent there, my first assumption would be, okay, I'm gonna hop along over here. Oh, look at all this cool stuff going on. Let's go over here. Nope, can't go through here. Alright. So I'd be like, alright, cool. And I'm looking at from this angle, and I say, okay, cool, there's all this stuff over here. I'm probably supposed to go down the street, and where am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to go around this corner? Nope, nothing around this corner. Am I supposed to open this door? Nope, can't open the door. Am I supposed to get around this guy? I cannot. And this is a very apparent issue with a number of maps. How there's just all this extra space and nothing to do with it. Like, look at this. This is huge. This entire area is huge, and there's nothing to do. This becomes a much bigger problem later on. And you'll see, because there's a combat section, which is way too big, and instead of trying to fix the size, they just added a helicopter. This I'm not really going to deduct a lot of credit for this one because I know what the problem is. It's because they're using a thing called a what is it called? Oh, wait a second. No, I am going to deduct points because they didn't do it right. So this is a little trick that people like to use where they take a projected texture and use it to make a real-time shadow. The reason why it breaks when you get too far away is because the projected texture is still there, but it culls out the model. See that? The model gets culled out when I move back. That is something that can be fixed pretty easily. Another thing that I just noticed, which is a big no-no, this model is still casting a shadow of its own. So the projected texture is being occluded by the spinning fan. But there's also a shadow on the spinning fan, and this is not supposed to be a thing. When you're doing these, you're supposed to make it so that these things don't cast shadows on their own, and then they don't have that double shadow problem. But whatever. One more problem I have with these vents, I have so many problems with these vents. I cannot go through this, which means that I walk forward and I get stuck on it. Just a little thing, again, kind of nitpicky, but like, come on. That's something that you should totally do if you're getting stuck in little tiny vents. Let's see. Another big area. I like this room, actually. This is a really nice room. You can hear there's a zombie on the other side of this door. Cool stuff, kind of. A little bit big, again. The scaling is just kind of off. But, yeah, I don't have too big of a problem with that. More vents. Real-time event gameplay here, folks. Okay, this guy. This dude right here. So, they didn't actually, like, give this guy a sequence to follow. There's an act busy thing that you can set for citizens, where they act busy. But you can also have citizens, like, follow specific, schedules. This guy does not follow a schedule. So, here's what he does. He walks to a spot, he stops, and then he walks to another spot. Which usually wouldn't be a problem. That would be like, okay, cool, background citizens. This guy just, he goes across the street 20 times a day. Watch him. Goes across the street. Nope, he's gonna go onto the street. He's gonna go across again. They did not set this guy up. I don't know why they didn't set this guy up. They, like, I get that the usage is because there's supposed to be citizens in the city, like walking around, going about their everyday lives. There's no utility value for this dude. He just crosses the street 20 times a day. There he is. He's standing in the middle of the street. It sticks out really hard that he doesn't have a properly set sequence. He's just walking and stopping. Again, this is coming from, I am not actively trying, like, I'm not actively rooting against this mod. I'm not actively rooting for this mod. Well, no, you know, I am rooting a little bit for this mod, but I'm... It's been a known thing that this mod has had some issues in the past, and you can sort of see them when you're looking for them. So we've got this big area over here. A lot of unused space, a lot of big open areas that you can walk up to, explore, get lost, forget where you were supposed to be going, and all the time it's eating away at resources. But let's go through the door. So this is, talk to me. Talk to me.
Stop looking at me like that.
Thank you. So this is the garage. The garage was a well-known beta piece. So
Get out of here.
he's mean. Stop being mean. I don't like you. I don't like this guy. So the garage is a thing that's very well known from the Half-Life 2 beta. Originally there was this whole sequence where you would use a pulley system to grab a engine and put it inside one of these. All of that's been cut. Let's head up here. They didn't do anything like that. They just made it much simpler in design for this, which is fine on its own, but like, it's a little bit sad, in my opinion. All you do is click this button and then you go underneath. That's all. A little bit boring, but it is what it is. The problem is that this opening section, all the stuff that we've been going through, it's just a walking simulator. This is a little bit dark for me. I feel like it could be a little bit brighter, but it's fine. This is messed up, and they know that's messed up, and they're going to fix it. All these displacements are not connected up properly. So you can see that, and it's kind of messing up. And we are now in the sewers, which is nice. They're very long. Let's walk all the way over here. Walk some more. Walk some more. Walk some more. Then crouch walk through this. Oh, we've got some ambience going on here. Let's do some more walking, and let's see if this is an up-down one or a left-right one. Oh, good. It's up-down. I like that. More walking. Have to crouch through this. Let's crouch all the way through this hole, going very, very slowly. Very slowly. Very slow. Please make it so I can walk through this. It's so slow. And this is an area that I had a lot of trouble with, just from viewing the screenshots that they had posted of it before this came out. They made some revisions, and I am kind of glad that they did. They made revisions to this level. More of these not spinning, by the way, which is kind of sad, but whatever. We've got workers just doing what they gotta do. There is a worker here. Where is he? I know he's here somewhere. Here he is. Look at this guy. He's just stanced up for no clear reason. He's just he's doing the idle scared animation. He's just staring over here. This area isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Originally, what I saw from this was a screenshot that was taken, I think, somewhere over here. Yeah, there's a screenshot that was taken over here of this entire room. And there were, civil protection over at the very end of it. And from what it looked like this level would be, you would enter over here, and you would go this way, and this entire area is just completely useless. Which it still is, but they have a little bit more of an excuse because you come out from right here. So you get to see a little bit more of it. But, again, more of this, all these background elements that you can get lost in, and really aren't just used for anything. There's no use for any of this stuff over here. Okay, this is what I was talking about earlier about the Disney World attraction. So over here we've got all these dudes that are just standing completely still. And it looks like they're frozen. They're like animatronics that are frozen in place. There's a lady dead on the ground. There's a guy, another dead guy. Another dead guy. We got a man that's just leaning over, standing there. We got a guy standing, or holding a cremator head right there. And the cop's the only one that moves. The cop moves. At least he moves left and right and does something. But as you can see, this looks like a Disney World attraction. You're just looking in the background as you're going across a rail here. And when we look over here, we've got a guy sitting next to a dead cop with a pipe in front of him. He's just sitting. He's not doing anything. He's not trying to prepare for the guys that are trying to open the door. He's just sitting. And then we go around the corner, and the cops are just standing. And if I come up to him, he looks at me and says, "Get out of here," but that's it. So there's just, it looks like a Disney World attraction. I know I'm nitpicking, but why is everybody standing still? Why are we in a world full of mannequins? Why are the workers just standing? I know that eventually they're going to have child workers in here that are actually moving, but they don't have child workers. They just have people standing here, and this is for a demo that was released to show off how good the mod is. I don't understand it. Okay, this is a problem area. And you're going to hear very quickly why it's a problem area. So we've got some pistons in here. They're pretty loud. A very interesting strike. Well, that's the thing about Half-Life is if you're on a strike, you get executed. So we've got those loud little things there. And now we're out on the street, and we can still hear them. And now we're across the street, and we can still hear them. And now we're all the way down the street. We can still hear them. And we are in a tunnel on the other side of the street. We can still hear them. Alright, we're underground in the sewers, and we can still hear them. They need to fix that. That is based off of another sequence from, I think it was the E3 2002 showcase that never actually happened. But in the E3 2002 showcase, they weren't pistons, they were like rotating cogs and stuff. And they looked really cool, and you could throw stuff in them and they like break. But instead of doing that, they just have pistons that are really, really loud. So we're heading up on Dr. Kleiner's laboratory. This is just ripped directly from the beta. I think they even said that this map is taken, like 90% of the assets are just original from the 2001-2002 beta. Which is correct. This is all just taken directly with like very little revision to the geometry.
About time you showed up, Gordon. Come on, Kleiner's waiting for us.
So this is a new voice actor for Barney, who I think is pretty good. He gets the job done pretty well. But this, hold on.
Hey, Doc. Dr. Kleiner. Look who's here.
Blast that little... Where did she get to?
This is not a new voice actor for Dr. Kleiner yet.
Doc, someone here to meet you.
These are voice lines taken directly from the beta, and you can really hear it.
Oh, goodness.
I thought that would get your attention.
Is it really? Gordon Freeman. I had given up hope. It is Gordon, isn't it?
Yeah, those lines, you might be able to notice that there's quite a lower quality to the audio, and that's because these are just taken directly from the beta, like 2002 era audio files.
Well, if you say so, but I really think this is most unwise. It could jeopardize not only Gordon's mission, but years of my research.
I'm gonna be a little bit quiet here so we can just watch a scene.
I do apologize, Gordon. Of course, I'm delighted to see you. Absolutely delighted. You look a bit pale, but nothing like... My God, Barney, they'll be scouring the city. Are you sure it's worth the risk?
Just get him in a suit and I could give him off to Eli's.
Eli's? But Dr. Mossman has been waiting for him.
This is taking so long.
How's that supposed to work exactly?
I'll have to call her
This
right
is
away.
taking so
I'm sure she'll
long.
think of something.
I know it's the real-time cutscenes. They're not completely finished yet, but oh my god, it takes so long. We haven't gotten to any actual gameplay yet, and we've already been playing for what, 58 minutes?
Yes. The sooner you're suited up, the better. Let's brush the dust off the old outfit, shall we?
Sometime today, please, Dr. Kleiner. Yep, just waddle along. Take your time. Take your time. I'm not trying to play here or anything. I'm just trying to watch. We've got some more propsy here.
I expect you'll be pleased to see this after your hazardous journey.
What, the
I
TV?
can't vouch for the carbonation, but still there's a choice of diet or regular.
He's in the wrong spot. He should be right next to this to be,
just thought
like,
Gordon might
showing
be a
off
bit
the
parched.
thing.
You were an odd duck. Here you go. Ah, get that thing away from me.
Lamar, there you are.
Oh yeah, and here's the new Headcrabs. The horseshoe Headcrabs,
Never
as I
fear,
like to call
Gordon.
them.
She's debeaked and completely
They look,
harmless. The worst you might do is attempt to couple with your head fruitlessly.
I won't grace them with too big an opinion.
Up? No, not up there. Oh, fie. It'll be another week before I can coax her out of there.
Little horseshoes there.
Convince her to stay longer.
Well, Gordon, go ahead. Slip into your suit now.
Okay, now that they're done talking...
It's time to suit up, Gordon.
Shut up. Now that they're done talking...
Get your suit on,
shut
Gordon.
up. Now that they're done talking, let's take a look at a couple of things here. So, first off, we had that Headcrab. They redid the Headcrab design for some reason or another. By itself, the model isn't very bad, but it's very out of place, in my opinion, and most other people's opinions. That entire sequence was a little bit messed up due to the fact that Dr. Kleiner stands over here instead of right next to the thing right there like he's supposed to. I don't know why they decided to make him just stand right here instead of over here where he's pointing to, but whatever. I guess it is what it is. And then we've got the suit. So, what is a problem that you can see with the suit here? Because I can see a pretty big problem here. Let me turn my FOV down so I can zoom a little bit. Notice how the Lambda logo is just off-centered and just like wavy and weird? So I've been informed that this is their final version to the suit. I've been informed that they're not planning on any revisions to it. I mean, hopefully that's not true. I hope that they're going to do some revisions because that is so weird looking. Look at it, it's awkward. I'm not going to diss the suit for like its design, but I'm going to diss it for what's going on with the Lambda logo there. It's just fat on the top and it's like off to the right.
Well, Gordon, I see you've slipped
the
into
suit
your
here.
HEV suit. I've made a few
Please
adjustments.
don't eat me, Dr.
Still in
Kleiner.
all, it should be the suit you remember. Let's familiarize you with the basic functions, and we can be on our way.
There's a little tutorial sequence from the beta where you'd have to stand around and suit up and then get some health and get some charging. A whole bunch of rather unnecessary things, but I know that they're trying to make it like the beta, so I'm not going to deduct points for that. And there's the custom music I was talking about. It's alright. I can finally zoom. I love it.
Now, over here, you will see a collection of charging mechanisms.
Hello, Dr.
We have
Kleiner.
enabled the HEV suit to draw power from a variety of common combine charging systems using a standard UBC interface. This will allow you to avail yourself of the same devices utilized by the Metro Police and Combine military.
So always look for the Combine label.
At any rate, power up your suit and we'll move on to health practices.
Alright, suit charger, something looks a little bit awkward about the texture. I think it's a little bit low resolution, but
Any one
it's
of these
fine as
will
it is.
power up your suit. Very good. Now, the same interface is often useful in treating injuries. If you come across a combine...
Oh, I forgot to point it out. So,
seem to be
the
slightly
way that they...
why don't you go
Shut
ahead
up,
and
Dr.
administer
Kleiner.
some healing agents as well.
Alright, fine. Here, give me
Go
the
ahead,
health.
Gordon.
Give me the
Try
health.
out the automedic. That ought to make you feel much better.
So,
Okay, gang,
something I almost
time
forgot to
is
point
wasted.
out
We're
is
gonna
the
need to
way
send
that
out
they
one
had
Eli
the
so we can smooth the way for Gordon to get out
the
of
system for
I told
how much
you,
charge is
Gordon.
left in it.
I intend to solicit Dr.
Notice how
Morton's
there's
advice.
a
I doubt
texture there that's sort of just messed up. So what they did was they just had a bone system just push an overlay of a couple of vertices over the top of the charge. It looks really weird if you stop for a second to look at it, because what am I looking at? This is just like metal, jointed metal that's like pulled.
This way, Gordon.
Really awkward to look at, and I think the texture's a little bit lower quality than it's supposed to be. I don't know if that's true or not, but something odd's going on there. By the way, we aren't going to be seeing Headcrabs until the very end of the demo again. Oh my god, the sequence takes so long. Please, Dr. Kleiner, a little bit faster. Pardon me. But here we are in the teleportation sequence, which is a classic. This is a very different looking teleport, as you can see. It's very, I don't know, what would you call this? Round?
Get into Eli's place and Eli can take it from there.
Oh, we've got some more. We have some more soy boy up here.
Morning, Elena.
call to chat, or is there some point to this?
This
We're
model,
running
there's
a
something
critical
terrible about
sequence
this
right
model that
now.
I have to show you
Well,
guys
I
later.
think you'll agree this is critical as well. I'm standing here with my old protege, Gordon Freeman.
Are you kidding me? Freeman? What's he doing there?
Well, it's a bit of a
Another
mystery.
Cremator head up here for some
You're
reason.
telling me he's in City 17? That's the worst place he could be.
It was a surprise to me as well, I assure you.
Tell her I'll smuggle him out to Eli's place.
We were wondering if Eli's
This is
colony
so
might-
long. It's like 99% just walking. What map is this? Labo 2. You know, I almost thought about just cutting ahead to the next level, but no, you guys should wait and watch all of this because there's a great part at the end. You guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna absolutely love it. 100%.
No, just port him over. I'll clear the receiver for the transmission.
But Doc, the last time you tried this...
I've made major strides since then, Barney. Major strides.
Let's just wait a couple more hours for the sequence to end. We're into, what is this? This is,
You've got no way to get there
yeah,
except
we've
on
been
foot.
live for over an hour, and it's all just been walking.
Well,
It's been
Gordon,
nothing but a
since it
walking
appears
simulator.
that Barney would rather call you a taxi cab than trust us in our area of expertise.
Alright, Doc.
Oh, if I just trap myself? No. Lunch. Delicious. Someday today, please. By the way, for comparison, it takes about 15 minutes to get through the opening sequence for, like, Final Half-Life 2.
Excellent. All set, Barney?
I know there's supposed to be more explanation in the beta, or
No,
exploration in the
there's
beta,
nothing
rather,
to be nervous
but,
about. Let's see. The massless
oh my God,
field
this is boring.
flux should self-limit, and I've clamped the manifold parameters to CUI base, an LG orbifold, a Hilbert inclusive. Barney, there's a little dial with a
I'm glad I can
nameplate
see
under
so
it that
much in
says
here.
Yokawa. Can you please read me that number?
9973793.37. Are you writing this down?
That's not necessary. Just checking for potential moduli interference in the interstices. Conditions could hardly be more ideal.
That's what you said last time. To that poor cat.
Let's not dwell on our mishaps, shall we? Initializing in 3.
there's nothing to do
2,
here. We just sit here
1.
and watch. Out this little tiny hole. Oh no, I'm sorry, we can watch the spinning thing.
Yet.
Warming up nicely.
I'll be damned.
Ready anytime, Doctor.
This is so boring.
Stage 2. Barney, please throw the switch.
Throw the switch, Barney. Do it, please. There's nothing to do in here. It's just we're in a ball. In a big metal ball with nothing inside of it. Why is there handrails? Why do we need handrails inside of this?
Final sequence. I've got this one.
Don't hurry on my behalf.
It's all you, Doc.
There's something else I will have to show you when we get into this next area. Okay. This
I
wall
can
texture
bet.
here. So, there is a little thing that we have in the beta community that is like a god tool. It's called the Vmf Updater. It was something that was created by the Russian community for beta maps. And what you can do is you can use it to fix all of the broken stuff in the the unused map files that we have. So we're in a place right now. We just got teleported to a place called Kraken Base, which is a base under the sea. And the wall textures here are based off of the map for Kraken Base that we have. The only problem is, this is the wrong wall texture. This is the wrong texture. This is based off of a version of the map which was broken. So this is not what it's supposed to look like. Let me get a picture of Kraken Base. I have a picture of Kraken Base here. Of the fixed version of Kraken Base that has like the correct textures on the sides. Let me grab one. Let me save this image. I'll save it and I'll pop it in real quick. Let me show you what Kraken Base is supposed to look like. So, this right here. You guys see this? This is what Kraken Base is supposed to look like. You'll notice the blue and the white and all that stuff. That is the correct texture. If you don't fix the map, the texture that appears, that is not... The texture that appears is this on the wall. This is the wrong texture. They based this off of the wrong version of the map. It is incredibly noticeably different. They're using the wrong version of the map as a base for this. And Elena Mossman is, look at her hair. Look what's going on with her hair.
Now, let me get you out of there. Wait a minute.
There's something going on with her hair there, and it's not something that's supposed to be happening.
Oh, fie. And it was going so well. I'll see if
her hair is completely messed up. Oh, I love this sequence. We just look at this bull squid. I can't move or anything. I can't move my camera. We just look at the bull squid. He just comes up and he stares at you.
I wish I knew. I'm encountering unexpected interference.
That's it. I'm getting him out of there.
Yep, nope, off we go. This, okay. This is the Borealis, also known as the Hyperborea. This is the super early, super low quality version of the Borealis. They took the earliest, one of the earliest maps that we have in Half-Life 2 development history. It's called Demo_Arctic. And it has a super low poly, low quality version of the Borealis. They took that and they're using it here. Notice how all the textures look terrible. That's because those are the wrong textures. That's the wrong metal. The only thing that's right about this is the red and the black at the bottom. It looks terrible. And there's no sound or anything either, by the way. Wrong skybox, all of that stuff.
Gordon, stand back. I'm gonna try to break out this window.
It's all wrong.
No! Holy crap! Dr. Kleiner!
Okay, get ready for this next part. You're gonna love this. You guys are gonna love this. So Dr. Kleiner died. Dr. Kleiner's dead, right? He's just chilling. I just saw him blink. He's blinking. He's just relaxing.
Before you go, Gordon, you'll need this. You left this back in Black Mesa.
Left what back in Black Mesa?
I'll get you that beer too. Now,
Okay, I guess I have a crowbar now. Look at Dr. Kleiner. He's supposed to be dead, but he's just vibing out. Thank you, Dr. Kleiner. Very cool. So we are an hour and 13 minutes into the game now. That took about 15 to 20 minutes just to get through that teleportation sequence. And we're finally to actual gameplay. So I learned something which is super convoluted, but it's supposed to be like it's a quote-unquote secret portion, which we'll see in a minute. There's a way to get a weapon early, which really doesn't matter because all the weapons are almost insta-kill. I said that the gunplay feels really good in this mod. When I say that, I mean it sounds good, and when it plays, you are a bullet sponge and everything else dies in like 3 hits. So, I don't really have much to say about this level. It looks okay. I think I remember playing this during the leak. Not too hard to navigate. A lot of little crawl spaces to go through. If you remember seeing that weird looking headcrab earlier, the weird looking lamar, we don't see those headcrabs again until the very end. Like, our first encounter is Civil Protection. Oh, and also we fight a helicopter, because of course we do. I thought, okay, I saw this the first time I was playing. I thought for sure, oh, this is going to be a really neat introduction to headcrabs. I'm going to hear some scuttering, I'm going to look up, I'm going to see a headcrab walking by, and then when he's going to fall down, I'm going to fight him. Nope, no gameplay, implied gameplay tutorials here. We just have a lot of brush-based objects and backgrounds. A pistol, that's nice. This is the USP match, as they call it. break this door open. Please open. Got some ammo, got some health I don't need. Click this, and immediately I get attacked by civil protection. So, as you'll know, the civil protection goes down 3 hits. They are so easy to kill. And yeah, that's our first encounter. So this was the Easter egg that I heard about earlier, or the secret, as they called it, rather. If I can get back to that door, I can get a revolver. I can become Revolver Ocelot. Let me just, you know what? Screw the intended route. Let me just glitch up there, shall we? I'm gonna glitch up there. Because it takes way too long to go all the way back around. It's way over convoluted. Let me just prop climb. Yep, nope. I fall to my death.
Major fracture detected.
Let me up! Because the only other way to get up there is to go up there, go around, jump down, and then you're there. But that takes too long and is too over convoluted, and I don't want to do it. So let's do it this way. Oh, come on, I had that. Okay, you know, better idea, let's just skip it. So we have an intro to combat here. At least that's what it's supposed to be. Got some music. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Click, click, click. Dead. Dead. They die so quickly. The gunplay feels really nice. The guns feel nice to shoot. Everybody dies instantly, it doesn't matter. And a custom manhack model, which looks okay. It's fine, I guess. Everything's sort of like bulbous for some reason, which, okay, I guess he can be bulbous. These cops are just dead. I don't know why these cops are dead. There's supposed to be some sort of environmental storytelling here. I don't know what this environmental storytelling's supposed to be. There's a dead cop on the table here. There's some civil protection masks on the ground. Is this supposed to be something like a cop killer lives here? Because he doesn't anymore. There's just more civil protection. And, oh, we're about to run up on the best thing. The best part where I stopped taking this mod seriously whatsoever. It's up on the higher levels here. I think it's the 3rd floor. Yeah, 3rd floor. This is where I stopped taking this. Those guys are supposed to be more powerful. They have 10 more health. That's it. Okay. USP's pretty good. Yeah. It instantly kills anything. So this is where I stopped taking the game seriously. This is where I stopped taking this seriously. Up to this point, I was trying to take it seriously. But come on. There's... What's... What? He's just hanging from the ceiling. Why is there... There's a citizen, he's just hanging from the ceiling. And they're like, oh, this is the part where you know that it's getting dark. But here's the thing. He's not hanging. There is a rope system, alright? Yeah, he's not hanging by his neck, he's hanging by his back. There's a rope system in the Source engine, right? You can have ropes. Look, Gordon, ropes. This is not a rope. You know what this is? This is a 1x1 block with a rope texture on it. And he's hanging by that 1x1 block, not by an actual rope, of course, because why would he be? By a brush block. And you can just go straight through him, because why have, like, a physics thing here? This... And they were trying to say that this is supposed to signify how dark this mod is gonna be. dark. It's just stupid. It's laughable. It's comedy. I can't take that seriously. And everything gets worse from here on out. I keep saying that, and it keeps being true. Everything just keeps getting worse from here on out with this mod. So we have that little encounter with the dude hanging from his back by from a 1x1 block. We have a little supply cache over here, which, I don't know how you're supposed to do it. You know how I'm going to do it? There, supply cache has been reached. He's hanging from the ceiling. Yeah, Minecraft's getting pretty intense, for real. This is like that one, oh, there's that picture of, it's the picture of Barack Obama. Let me get it. I'm gonna get this picture. It's the dumbest thing. Ah, come on. I can't find it. The one time I want to find it. Here it is. You know what this is the like functional equivalent to? I'm saving the meme right now. This is what I felt like when I saw that guy hanging from the ceiling. That's what I felt like. I felt like Obama walking in on Yoda hanging from the ceiling with that one. That's how it feels. The mod's I'm trying so hard to take the mod seriously, and the mod's trying to take itself seriously, but that was so ridiculous. I can't take that seriously at all, man. I can't take that seriously. What is there to take seriously? It's a dude hanging from a 1x1 brush block from the ceiling by his back. He's hanging from his back. That's supposed to be environmental. It's environmental storytelling. It's non-linear gameplay. All these corridors. This is an opportunity that was missed. So I noticed that there's an explosive barrel here, and I saw this and I thought, okay, there's going to be like a headcrab or a zombie torso on the other side of that box. Nope, there's nothing. The reason why this barrel is here is because it just is. You can't do it. You can't use it for anything cool. It's just there. Oh my god. So this was supposed to be a thing. Like almost a puzzle. These break and you have to find another way to get up. You know what I did? There we go. Problem solved. And, oh, you know what? This is the level that has the cops that just chill. So we've got these two cops here. They're just chilling. There's another cop over here trying to shoot at me. He's dead. They don't care. They're just chilling. The first time I saw these guys, I went up to them and I fall. Great. I fell. Cool. Awesome. Let's go back up. So the first time I played through this area, there was a sequence where I was standing, I think, over here. Overwatch calls in to those two. Oh yeah, there's lightning, apparently. There's no rain, but there's some pretty loud thunder. Can't actually see it, but it's there, apparently. Overwatch called in for these guys to report, and they asked if they've seen the target, and they were like, nope, haven't seen them. I'm staring them down right now. I killed their friend in front of them. I'm staring them down. They don't see me. Oh, now they see me. So they only see me after I actually shoot at them, for some reason or another. That's cool. Like I said, there are two guns that you can... There's the other gun. There are two guns that are just overpowered. To all hell. You can hear the second gun that is overpowered to all hell right there. Give you 2 thumbs up, yeah. I wish. Like, the first time I saw it, I'm like, you know what? I like those cops. They're not snitches. That is the SMG down there, which is the press mouse 1 to win the game button. The SMG is so overpowered, and there's so much ammo you can get for it. Another free TV here. That's nice. That's environmental storytelling. Some guy stole a TV and put it there, dude. Let's pick up the SMG, shall we? You don't have an SMG. You bore me. An SMG. There was one. I promise you, I guarantee to you, there was an SMG somewhere. Down here. Here we go. Just tank some fall damage. The SMG. Use this weapon to win the game. It is so incredibly overpowered. I think they tried to nerf it a little bit because it only has 25 rounds per magazine before you have to reload. But it doesn't work. You use this with like 2 shots and it instantly kills everyone. It kills everything in its path. It's unstoppable. So, we've got cop sequence up here. Dead. Dead. Those 2 guys instantly dead. A little bit extra health, extra ammo here. You know, they're not... No need for challenge. Dead. Dead. This thing kills so fast. It's so unbalanced. Take a look at this guy. Dead. 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 It kills everything in its path, and there's so much ammo for it constantly. Like, I almost feel bad. It feels unfair, because it is unfair. I'm just vaporizing them. I'm turning them into butter. Liquefying them, maybe. Okay, this room. So, I've got a question for you. Big ol' question for chat. This room has 1 door, is locked from the inside, and nobody is in here. There's no other way out. Who put these boards up? Go up into the vent? You know? Did somebody go into that vent right there? Who put these boards here? There's no answer. They just decided to put some boards up for the player to break. Never thought about, you know, what's this room used for? How are those boards there? Your internet connection put those boards up? Yeah. Press mouse 1 to win the game. It's so powerful. That's the boardroom, yeah. That's where they hold board meetings. I just murdered 2 boards in their sleep. Okay, this is another one of those inconsistent ladders. The excuse that was given from the lead dev was that it's for the freedom of developers, but that's terrible. So here's why these should not be used when it's just up and down. I'm currently standing on top of an invisible ladder block. More powerful than the SMG in vanilla? It is so much more powerful than the SMG in vanilla. The USP is too. Like these guns are ultra overpowered. So currently I am moving on a ladder block. And here is the reason why these should not be used. Because there is a dismount function which has a specific amount of power to it. And when I dismount from a ladder that I'm standing on top of, I bonked my head on the ceiling up there. That is because it is way too powerful for a dismount. And when I implemented these into my own Half-Life 2 mod, my own mod Funbox, let me tell you what I did. I am blanking on what I was going to say. Right, I'll tell you what I did. For my mod, I made a... Oh, nope, we've got a loading screen here. Whoops, my bad. For my mod, I had it so that there is a setting that you can set for the dismount rate. So that you don't go flying if you're on top of a ladder. They don't have that here, you just go flying. You go like crazy high. Those should not be used interchangeably. You should use the brush-based version for something like a wall that you're able to climb. Then for everything else, for regular old ladders, you should only use point-based ladders. So we're coming up on a part that I was dreading. this is the Plaza, the console Plaza. So, you can already tell that there's a problem here. You can hear the helicopter. We have these really long, wide roads, right? These wide roads with these really long areas. So apparently, originally, when they first made... Get out of here, you. Vamoose. So originally, apparently, they didn't have that helicopter. They added that helicopter in later. Originally, these areas were just really long and wide and huge. Look at how huge this is. This is humongous. I mean, I know we're supposed to be in a city, but talk about high-rises for just these buildings. You saw that guy shot off a flare, right? He shot off the flare to nothing. Nobody would ever see that flare because he's in this little tiny boxed-in area with these huge buildings. And this becomes a problem in just a second, and you'll notice why. So this is the gameplay area. There's the helicopter again. Now we have to start running. And taking a lot of damage. A little console cast there. Ow, 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 ow. So let me tell you about what we're supposed to do here. We're supposed to run and take damage all along the way. That's it. That's the entire section. They did not have a balance for this. Originally, this helicopter wasn't here, and it was just you'd be fighting civil protection, right? And they ran into a problem where players weren't progressing fast enough. So they shoved a helicopter in it instead of making the levels a little bit smaller. Because these areas are huge. They're huge, closed-up hallways. And the helicopter is just painful. Like, the helicopter isn't fun to fight against. It's just, it shoots you. And you have to run until you can shoot back at it, which isn't for like another 2 levels. So I do have another problem here. This is a little minor thing. The console's private reserve instead of Dr. Breen's private reserve. Okay, whatever, funny. But they messed up the texture when retexturing it. So if you've ever done texture work in some weird stuff that we got going on here. Anyway, right, not getting off of track. If you've ever done texture work and you've wanted to like change a color or something in Photoshop, you need to set the color mode from RGB mode to lab color mode. And the reason why you need to do that is because notice how blocky all this is? It's all a blocky mess. It looks like it's like 90s level compression. You wouldn't have that if you switched it to lab mode first and then changed the colors. That is a problem that a lot of people don't really know that extra fix for. But, like, to get rid of these guys really quickly with my press mouse 1 to win button. That's something that people should know and people should do. It's a super compressed and ugly looking blocky texture here, and that's not what the original texture looks like. The original texture is nowhere near that blocky. That's just a problem with how the colors were changed. Anyway, that's a little bit nitpicky, but let's go back to running down these long, empty hallways, these long, empty streets, and getting shot by a hunter chopper. This map is way too big. Look at how this is just a big open space. You need to make a run for it. I'm using glitches to escape it, and like I'm still getting shot while I'm using glitches. I'm using a speedrun glitch to get away. Why? Why do I have to use speedrun glitches to get away from the helicopter? This is a weird looking building. Yeah, they grew to... That's something that I've heard from ex-developers. That one of the problems that keeps coming up in this mod, in its development, is that people have just not been updating their levels. So you'll notice the earlier levels, I was mentioning how there was a leak to this mod that happened a while back. For a lot of the earlier levels, a couple of them were changed, a couple of them were fixed up. A lot of them were not changed at all. And even right now, the levels that we're playing, some of these... I don't think I remember this particular set of levels from the league. But a couple of other levels that we played on were not changed whatsoever. So we are in the console plaza, being attacked by a helicopter. Again, these were not maps made to have a helicopter that's just destroying stuff in the middle of the city. Originally... Get out of here, you! Skedaddle! Originally, there was no helicopter. And this is information that I learned from the developers themselves during a stream. Originally, these maps were just, you fought civil protection. I'm like, oh, people aren't going fast enough. Let's put a helicopter in the middle of it. And you can really tell that they repurposed them without changing them whatsoever. This is a terrible sequence. And like even the lead developer, Kralik, or I think that's his name, Kralik, I don't remember. He said that this is his least favorite level of this section because what he does is, if he can't beat it on hard mode without dying, then it needs to be changed. And he said that this level he kept having to change. But, yeah, it's not that fun. This is not fun. This is me running from a helicopter. Running from a helicopter is not fun. So, this section, okay. If memory serves me right, this is the, turret house section. I think that's what I called it. Do you want to know why I called it the turret house? Yep, what? Oh. Instantly dead. Let me show you why I call it the turret house. Oh no, never mind. This isn't turret house. Turret house is another level ahead. Turret house. Because there are turrets everywhere and all you have to do is hope you don't run out of... Oh look, I missed. Great. There are turrets everywhere, and you use grenades to kill the turrets. You know why that's bad design? You have limited grenades, and if you miss them, you miss them. And that's not... Good luck. Good luck if you're out of grenades. They throw a lot of grenades for you, but... Having a level which is just turrets everywhere is not very fun, especially not in Half-Life 2. In Nova Prospect, in the original Half-Life 2, we have a lot of this. But the difference is that in Nova Prospect, yeah, save scum. Exactly. Or you can just, see, look at this. I missed. You know what I have to do now? I have to wait for the turrets to stop pinging, and then I do it again. I got one of the turrets. You know what I have to do now? I have to wait for the other turret to stop pinging. Then I have to go around the corner, and I have to throw another grenade. Oh look, I missed. This is a terrible, terrible section. This is not good. This is not good game design. This one you can just sneak around. This is taken from... I don't know. I don't know where that model's from, but it's fine. More grenades for more turrets. Let me throw a couple more in here. Oh look, I missed. I hate this section so much, it's terrible. Why is there a section where you just throw grenades at turrets? That's not exhilarating gameplay. That's, oh no, there's a turret around the corner. Let me listen. Okay, good. The turret stopped pinging. Let me go around the corner, throw a grenade, and then go back into hiding. Oh look, the turret didn't fall over. Let me try it again. This is terrible. This is bad gameplay. This is not good gameplay design. Dead. 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 Instantly dead, all of them. Yeah, you have the gravity gun by the first time you have a turret section. Exactly. That's my thinking exactly. So, I don't actually know what that button does. I'm gonna assume that did something good. Anyway, we can shoot down the turret. Go away, 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 go away. You guys shooting at me, you go away too. I don't know how these guys are shooting at me. They're all the way over there, and somehow they're hitting some shots. Oh, I got a shot off. He's hiding. And they expect you to go all the way back through this, or maybe jump down inside of this and take some damage. I'm gonna take some damage because backtracking is boring and unfun. And now I'm gonna use glitches just to get to the other side of the plaza because this is too big. This hallway is super weird. It looks like it was made by a drunkard. But don't worry, dude. We've got environmental stuff. We've got a picture of the console on this wall for some reason. He's the only thing on this wall, and he's right there. Don't worry about it. Nothing quite says saturated level design like a picture of the console on one wall. Why is this like this? This is a really weird section, but I think it might actually be taken from the beta. Feels like it was designed by a drunkard. But take a look, y'all. We've got a really long and open area with nothing in it. Nothing like long open areas with nothing in it. Hey, you know what Half-Life 2 fan game had long open areas with nothing in them? Hunt Down the Freeman. I don't know if you've ever heard of Hunt Down the Freeman. It was this really neat fan game that's actually for sale on Steam, which costs more than every single Half-Life game except for Half-Life Alyx. There are bigger memes about this, like, they used to make everything green for some reason. Every single weapon used to have a green tint, like green paint on it. The USP was green. I don't know why it was all green, because green is the color of beta for some reason. But no, the USP, green. The SMG, green. The crowbar, green. The crowbar was green in earlier versions. The shotgun was green. I'm not even joking. All these things, they were just green. They had green paint. I don't know why. This is a giant empty room, by the way. I don't know why this room is here, why it's giant and empty. It's got two very nice looking little set pieces there. It's nice. It's got a detailed ceiling. Why is this room here? Why is any of this here? It's here so I can go inside, press a button, and open a door. That's not fun. But don't worry, we've got this gameplay sequence where, yeah, somebody really loved green. So much green. So we've got emplacement gun, pop. We've got three other cops. And again, I use this to win. Tank some damage. You're dead. Now these guys appear over here. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Press mouse 1 to win. Press mouse 1 to win. They're all instantly dead. They are instantly dead. This weapon is so unfair. And the music's gonna get cut off because this is a transition scene. I guess they didn't expect me to complete that so quickly, but there's nothing to it. You use the SMG to win. It does so much damage. So this is the Manhack Arcade, another very classic, famous sequence from Half-Life 2 beta. Every single beta mod, which is to say, oh, the music, yeah, the music's fine. Music's one of the things I like. This is the Manhack Arcade. If you know anything about Half-Life 2 beta, you've heard about the Manhack Arcade. So originally, manhacks were going to be man-controlled, and it would be the Combine's way of keeping the citizens occupied and having fun. There was an arcade where you could control manhacks, but you didn't know that they were actual manhacks until you start killing people and you get attacked by one. 17 up in Propsy. That's good stuff. I don't have any trouble with these. These are actually funny. These I love. But Manhack Arcade, they've done dirty in this mod. It's just another run and gun sequence. Not very fun either. Oh look, they have manhacks in the Manhack Arcade. Who's controlling the manhacks? Because there's nobody in the arcade. Instantly dead. Was that supposed to be an encounter? Or was it supposed to just surprise me for a second, make me lose 2 HP, and then that's it? Okay, this is an Easter egg based off of a meme somewhere, but I probably won't do all the time to find it. Okay, we've got this cop just standing in the corner. He's taking a whiz. That's what he's doing. He's taking a wee-wee. He doesn't even notice I'm here. Now he's dead. And so is that guy. There's another cop. He's dead too. And there we go. We're done with the Manhack Arcade. Pretty much. Yeah, originally you'd be able to use the Manhack Arcade. There was some work to get that to work. I think this Manhack just killed its owner. I think I heard some... Okay, I heard some like blood splattering up there. I think that cop just like... Or that Manhack just like sliced its owner. Taking some damage or something. I think this was... No, that's not the Easter egg. I'm gonna see if I can find it because it's kind of funny, admittedly. Hey look, more nothing. There's nothing here. There's nothing here! Why is there nothing here? The Manhack Arcade is a famous part of the beta. When you think of the beta, you think of free TVs, Manhack Arcade, Plaza, Cremators. Those are the things, and they've bastardized every last one of them in this mod. In another mod that we'll be taking a look at after this, we'll actually see a working, well-done portion, or well-done version of Manhack Arcade. But there's nothing here, so let's move along. Let's try not to dilly-dally. Okay, he's dead instantly. Dead. Dead. Let me really quickly just, dead. I mean, the cops, like, there's really nothing to it. You hit them, then they're dead. Little Easter egg up here. They've got their logo spray painted. That's nice, I guess. And there's nothing here. Except for this. Easy to miss it. You have to break this and go through it. And the reason why it's easy to miss is because that's a texture used for actual events that you can't go through a lot in Half-Life 2 and its mods. Music's good. I like the music. Is this even the right way? Nope, this is the wrong way. Check it out, guys. We've got some sick non-linear gameplay. Non-linear gameplay does not equate to just having empty corridors with nothing in them. As I've already shown you guys, this mod is full of that stuff. It's full of just nothing being there. There's an Easter egg here, I think. I don't know how to activate it, though. No, this is the gameplay. Sorry, I keep mixing up Easter eggs and actual gameplay. Because, dude, they've got secrets hidden in places on the level. They've got secrets, and they've got secret weapons, and they've got lightning, I guess. I'm glad that they got the lightning working before they made, you know, gameplay. This is another map that was from the leak. And nothing has been changed. Just to clarify, the leak for this mod happened, I think, at least a year and a half ago now. Beta mod that released this one video, showcasing some destructible environments that you can use against enemies. I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember. Yeah, anyway, like I was saying, this has not changed at all in the last, like, 2 years. Is the same level. Which just goes to show that they haven't really done any extra touch-ups for any of these. Oh, silly me. I can't believe I almost forgot. That's the wrong way. I need to push these oil drums out of the way and go this way. I guess. See, it wasn't that obvious. I need to go down into the sewers. Oh, look, it's the G-Man. Oh no, where did he go? I don't understand it. Press mouse 1 to win. So, originally I thought that, let me see if I can knock them on their sides a little bit so I can show you the difference between these two guys. Okay, this is the Elite Metro Cop. And this is the original model for the Elite Metro Cop. It was leaked a little while ago during the 2016-2017 Face Punch leak. This is the regular Metro Cop, except he is using a mixture of final textures and 2002-2003 textures. You can tell because he's blue. He's got a little bit of red there. So, these guys obviously like Combine. Metro Cops were going, no rip Face Punch. Face Punch kind of blue. Although I do kind of miss some of the stuff that was on there. Anyway, these guys are supposed to be elite versions of these guys, obviously. You can tell because they look spooky. Originally, I thought that there was no difference between these two in this mod. I thought, oh, they're just reskins. There's no actual difference. But no, I was incorrect. These guys have a whole whopping 10 more health than the other guys. So, goes to show that I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay, here, let's take a look at this. This is what I was talking about earlier. The remaining charge is just colored on there. And when I use it, you see that? You see that? It's just a couple of weird things that start pushing by. Ah, it's gross. It's gross. It's poorly designed. It sucks because the model itself looks pretty awesome. Click. Do I win? Do I win? Hello? Where'd you come from? Goodbye. Do I win? Can I go now? So glad I waited for that. Contaminated area, danger. Zombie groans. Bullets. I wonder what's gonna show up in the next level. This was the last level that existed in the leak, by the way. This was the last level that they had at the time. Don't worry, since then they've added a whole other level. Dark Interval. We are going to be taking a look at Dark Interval later. After I'm done with this, which we're almost done, we're going to be taking a look at Dark Interval. And so at the beginning of the stream, I mentioned how we'd be playing a mod that I did not like, and we would be playing a mod that I did like. You want to guess which one's which? I have so many good things to say about Dark Interval. Oh, listen to how spooky it is. Horseshoe Headcrabs. Okay. So, I'd like to start off by saying the Headcrab model looks great. It was modeled incredibly well. It's textured incredibly well. It's not a Headcrab. This is not a Headcrab. Are you kidding me? I mean, come on. Come on now. I'm not one to say no to redesigns. Like, redesigns should be encouraged. Redesigns are fine. What is this? You can't look at this and tell me that this is a redesigned Headcrab. That's not a Headcrab. Come on. Who are you trying to fool? This is not a Headcrab. It's not a Headcrab. That's a horseshoe crab. This is an error on their side as well. I don't know why you can't walk through this spot right here, but there's invisible barrier. No, I'm sorry. I was incorrect. It's not an invisible barrier. It's just it's a clip brush that's just here for some reason. I don't know why it's here, because you're supposed to go this way. You are 100% supposed to go this way. I don't know why that's there, but it's there. Good thing to know about. Okay, here's the Headcrab zombie, baby. They mentioned that this is temporary. They're working on their own new zombie model, but oh my god, dude. First time I played this, a Headcrab walked directly into this little puddle, then drowned. Let's see if I can have that happen again. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, drown. Drown, you little freak. Drown, you little mistake of the... Yeah, here. Get in the water. I'm gonna try to get it stuck in the water here. What's the matter, idiot? I'm not at the beach. This is a bathtub. Is that a little piece of skeleton here? A little tiny bit of skeleton there. It's nice. We got a zombie. It's halfway encased in the ground. Glad to know that's there. And I think this is the right direction to go. Yes. So, this area leads into, again, if you know anything about the Half-Life 2 beta, if you're a beta fan like myself, I think we had a beta fan in here, somebody that knows about it. Maybe Sasha? You know what this business all is? Because this is an area up ahead that you'll recognize, and you'll be kind of sad to see its bastardization in this mod. The, radio tower. Everybody loves the radio tower, so this is geometry taken directly from the radio tower. It's not actually a radio tower, for some reason. I don't know why they decided to not make it a radio tower. Or they removed the radio portion of it. We've got Noam Chomsky over here, for some reason or another. He's just in the corner. Glad to see him. Hello? Oh yeah, you have to wait for a zombie to break open the wall here. This is the radio tower, and they've bastardized it for some reason. They've destroyed everything that made it good, and left only the remains. So, I know that this is used for something. Oh, I remember what this is used for. Little Easter egg at the end here, because we're running up at the end of this mod. Thank God. Radio tower was going to be a really big thing in the 2001 and 2002 versions of the game. That's all. It was an important thing, and that section of geometry there was taken from it. A little bit of health. So, this is the last level, thankfully. There's a little Easter egg that I learned about during the development stream that I watched. So we're gonna take a look at it. That's kind of cool. It's not great, but it's kind of cool. Hey, stinker. Here we've got dead, instantly again. Dead. And this is... hold on. Okay, nothing there. Thought there might be something hidden in there. This is the Vortigaunt cell. Vertigo? I was making a Vertigo mod a little while back, but I gave that over to my friend Stacker. So, this is a Vortigaunt cell. Originally, Vortigaunts were going to be used as a power supply by the Combine. And this is seen in a lot of different mods. This is seen in Dark Interval. So, when I saw this, I was like, oh, okay. I've stopped it. Now I can press this button to get him out. Do not press this button. This button makes a thing appear right there, and it'll start shooting at you, and you can't actually get him out. But now we can progress. So this is the very end of the mod. We jump up here, and then we jump down there, and it ends. Before we do that really quickly, let's take a look. There are so many of these. Why are there so many of you? You like this exhilarating gameplay of attacking like 20 different man hacks at once? Sure is fun, right? So this is a little Easter egg that I learned about during the video. Apparently they might be thinking about recreating the hazard course. I don't know why it needed an Easter egg, but here we go, voila. So they had that hidden there for some reason. Cool. And with that, let's attempt to go up this broken ladder. There we go. We are done. Thank the Lord. We are done with that. Okay, so you heard a lot of my qualms with Raising the Bar Redux during that playthrough. Yeah, at least in the other mod that we're gonna be taking a look at, you can rescue him. It's kind of just weird. So you can see this is the current team. They also feature the former team and other people that helped out. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 34 different people on the current team. $60 people in total have worked on that mod. And then we've got the extra contributors. So 60 different people. And this mod has been in development since like 2017 or 2018. Right? And that's what they have to show for it. Again, I'm going to say it. I was worried about this mod. And then my worries were all made correct and proven true when this came out. Very, very rough around the edges with this mod. Very rough around the edges. And that was 30-something active developers. 60 developers total who have worked on that. So that is what we have for that. So let's compare that to a mod that has had 2 developers since it started. 2 developers. And those developers are a man named Cvoxillary and a woman named A-Shift. So Cvoxillary is a known figure in the beta community, and so is A-Shift. And they are the creators of a mod called Dark Interval. So let's get a comparison shot to Dark Interval. Come on, you. This is Dark Interval version 1.2. This release came out in 2019. It was just an update to what they already had. And they have just about the same stuff as Raising the Bar Redux in terms of their demo. Dark Interval, I cannot stop saying good things about it. First off, we'll notice this is a completely new custom setup here on the title screen. Let me really quickly allow for my... Where is it? Allow for my cursor to be visible here, as it should go away. So we've got this whole custom UI. Settings, all specially done. Soundtrack, custom. Even has its own like redone console. Like the console is larger than a regular console. So look at this. Look at how cool this is. Look how awesome this looks. It's even got like little info about each of the chapters. So Dark Interval, one of the coolest beta mod that people like that has ever actually had a release. Obviously, there have been dozens of beta mods. I've gone out and counted the ones that have been unreleased and canceled. Dark Interval is by far, and everybody agrees about this in the community, Dark Interval is so cool. You hear this custom music, all this custom stuff right now. Let's just go ahead without further ado and get into it. And I'll talk a little bit about some stuff that I know as we go along. This is my first time playing version 1.2, by the way. This is all new to me as well. I get so stressed out when I hear this theme. This song is called Dark Interval, by the way. It's from episode 2. This is the ending track. I saw the G-Man there for a second. So cool. It is so cool. And this is my first time seeing this version of it. I haven't played Dark Interval since version 1.1, and this is 1.2. So this is based off of a version of the opening to Half-Life 2. You'd hear a bell tolling, and there would be like a dream sequence. So, this is different. Okay, this is completely different to the version that I played previously. In version 1.0 and version 1.1, your boat basically just came up on the side of a sheet of ice, and the Borealis would emerge out of the water. So this is different. This is completely different. Me waking up in the stasis chamber, by the way. This is so cool. They've changed it so much. It's so cool. I haven't played this version yet, and it's amazing. Look at the loading thing. It's different. And of course it's different. It's just to flex on us. It's to show us the skills that C-Vox and A-Shift have. Okay, this is a lot different to what last version I played was. Oh! These are parallax corrected cube maps. Oh my god. So, in version 1.0, it opens up on a wall. You know, just come out from it like that. This is so cool. Custom soundtrack. Look at this. This is just amazing. And it's playing very well, too. So we have a couple of dream sequences here. Goodness. Oh, those guys. Oh, those guys are freaks. We are on the Borealis currently. Anybody who knows anything about the beta knows what the Borealis is. Like, more so than anything else I said. The Borealis is the ship. I think these are parallax correct. No, that's real time. It's so cool. A little bit laggy. Oh my god. So what have I to say about this? Hey! No touchies! No touchies! Bad. So this is the Borealis worker model. Or this is a variation, an update rather, of the Borealis worker model. Cool stuff. Another Headcrab here. Good god, they've changed this up so much since the last time I played it. Again, this is 2 developers with a couple of people helping around the way. This isn't like a team of 30 like the other mod. This is 2 full-time developers and other people that might want to help along the way. What? Get on fire, you. Ow. Thank you. There's a lot of post-processing and stuff that's working. You don't see a lot of post-processing in source mods. Either that or you see too much of it, but this is like a good balance. This is all completely new to me. This is different from... This is like an entirely different mod to the last version. Oh god, get away from me. Die. Take your death. There's a third one, right? There's a third one. This is completely different. It's got like real-time reflections. What? I didn't even realize that they updated it so much. Are we through with all that? Oh, look, that's so gross. Look at that. It's like sucking, it's like a headcrab sucking on the dude's head. That's gross. Oh, that's awesome, though. Stop hitting me. Where are you? Stop it. Can I go through here now? No. That's alright. See, I don't mind backtracking when it's for a good reason. Like when there's stuff to watch around, stuff to watch and do along the way. Yep. Oh. Something's changed. No, I'm just a fool and I've forgotten where I was going. This is so cool. And this is just like, this is an update to the original. Like the original, I still had positive things to say about the last version, but this one is just a straight up improvement. Okay, this dude right here. This is a character named Odell.
Who's there? Wait, you're one of them passengers from the Crow unit, aren't you? How the hell did you get out? Doesn't matter. You can't stay here. Because if they find you, we'll both be in trouble. Alright, damn it. Gotta think of something. Alright, look. Right now we're heading to the port. I can sneak you out, but you gotta do what I say. There's a couple of guards in the next room. I'll distract them, you sneak around. Get out and then I'll find you.
So that is my friend Sergeant Stacker.
Ready?
That's doing the voice.
Alright, let's go.
Odell.
Remember, stay low.
Let me save really quick just in case.
Guys, hate to bother you, but I think I misplaced my food rations. You haven't seen them anywhere by chance, have you? Damn, that sucks. I really wanted to try out the new cheese supplement. And what about you two? You guys get ration too, or do you get stuff for free? Military privilege, huh? Oh yeah, sorry. Going. Damn those
rations. So that's like I said, that's Sergeant Stacker. Just voicing him. Okay, I think that's newly added dialogue. I don't remember that from the last one. It's like a next generation thing. It's just Half-Life 2. See, I'm kind of it's cool. You see that Gordon's kind of losing it here. Or like he starts with losing it. Yeah, he did Odell for the Borealis mod too. You're absolutely right. So I like this little environmental storytelling. You go through here and you see that corpse on the ground. You pick up the thing. It is actually just Gordon. This is kind of loud. Hold on. One of the problems I do have is that things are kind of loud in this mod. Gordon just whacks this guy over the head with a shoe, I guess, and knocks him out. Doesn't actually kill him, you'll find out later on. These are parallax-corrected cube maps. That is nice to look at. Sight for sore eyes in this engine. But a lot of this stuff is based off of various different versions of Half-Life 2's opening sequence, as foretold in, will you die, please? Thank you. As told in either... Could you die? I'm getting tired of you real quick. Getting tired of you real quick. Thank you. In different sources of media. So there was... Can I take this? No. There was a version of the opening to Half-Life 2 in the era referred to as Hyper, the Hyper era, which was 2000 and 2001, maybe even 1999. But Hyper era had an opening where you'd have like a dream sequence on the Borealis. I think so. I might just be misremembering things, but I think it was something like that. There was a version which was on the Borealis. What? Where is he? There he is.
Nicely done with regards. I'm heading to the bridge to see if there's any recent transmissions. You better get there too. I'm afraid you'll have to go around the deck to get there. Go through that door there at the end where it says engine room. It shouldn't have any guards and you can get to the bridge that way. Be careful though, I've heard alarms. Not sure what's going on.
Thank you for that, Odell.
Anyway, I'll wait for you on the bridge. Good luck.
Right then. Was it from the uncorrected proof? Because I was reading the uncorrected proof recently, and oh god, he runs. These zombies run. These zombies do the sprint that ugh. Okay, that is a new addition. Yeah, Raising the Bar, Uncorrected Proof, Mark Laidlaw, and a couple of other emails from other people. Okay, so I guess the zombies can sprint now. That's terrifying. Pretty sure that's a new addition. Ugh. Okay. No, 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 no. Get out of here, you. He's dead. What's the matter, idiot? Oh, tragic. Shouldn't be disrespectful. These guys do have what?
Holy sh! Who the hell are you?
This is a
Can
new
we talk
guy.
about this later? I'm sticking here. Can we talk about this later?
Okay,
I'm sticking here.
that's cool.
Get away from me.
What? Excuse me.
Can we talk about this later? I'm sticking here. Get away from me.
Shh. Okay, thank you for that. Look at this. Look at this. This can't be. I know I'm not looking at PBR in the source engine right now. This is new stuff I haven't even seen before in source. It's crazy. Again, this is done by 2 developers. This is done by Cvoxillary and by A-Shift. Gee. Good job, Odell.
Finally, you're here. Glad you made it. This sure ain't no ordinary cruise night. Between those pods, the alarms, the soldiers. Anyway, we'll be in City 17 in no time. You can see it out there already.
Look at that. That's so cool.
We should get moving before this fella wakes up. Come on, this way.
We'll just follow him around then. Thank you. Odell is such a lovable character. Like, all of his voices were temp voice lines. None of them were supposed to be final. It was just Mark... I think it was Mark Laidlaw, actually, who was just voicing him with a rough, raspy-sounding voice, and everybody loves it. But look at all the attention to detail in this mod. Like, you don't see NPCs using elevators very often. Not elevators. Using, stuff like this very often.
Normal operation. Nothing too complicated. Simple, really, as long as you're useful. And workers, engineers, scientists, whatever since we started loading all sorts of pods, I always had this feeling that it's gonna end up like this.
Okay, can I go, please?
Alright, it's right here. Look, your best bet is to blend in. Death flare gun. It's only gonna give you trouble at the checkpoint, so just leave it here, okay?
Okay.
I think we're good to go. I'll stay here, but someone at the checkpoint will pick you up. Blend in, and good luck.
Oh man, this stuff is so cool. Oh, this is the right way. I thought I was supposed to go out to the other door. Huh. Anyway, a little bit to talk about, I guess just a comparison between this mod and the other one that we just got done with. So, one of the things, like, obviously people like to, this guy's not too happy that I just hit him over the head. This is the dude from earlier. People oftentimes compare Dark Interval and Raising the Bar Redux. And the main reason is, obviously, they're both mods attempting to recreate a rendition of the Half-Life 2 beta. Off he goes. Where's he going? Buddy, where are you going? Hold on, I'm gonna follow this dude. What? He just parked. Did you see that? He just parked his feet in place. He was like, he stood at attention. Oh man, funny. So these are regular workers, and they have higher quality face maps too. Cool. I love that. All right, Cremator. Let's take a look at this Cremator. Let's compare them. Working head mesh. And a new immolator. And new sounds. Now, admittedly, I'm not a big fan of the sounds that he makes. Just because it's, like, raspy and sort of hurts the ears. But, that's alright. Like, look at this guy. Looks so cool. And he's got a completely fixed up working model. Updated textures. Super nice. So this is obviously another Barney sequence. Yeah, I love these cremators. They're great. Except for those noises. I hate those new noises that they make. Because you can tell it's just sort of like somebody breathing through a microphone for this. Look at this. It's like cinematic. Love Cvox for this. The original version, this sequence was a little bit weird. I think they've updated it.
Gosh, it really is you, isn't it? And yeah, Gordon, it's me, Barney. Wasn't sure if you still remembered me. I'm working for Civil Protection, undercover, obviously. Still, have to meet my beating quota. But don't worry, I'm here to get you to safety. Well, whatever you could call safe nowadays. I'll escort you to the factory sector, but then you'll have to walk on your own for a while. Oh, but first, I think you should change into one of these worker suits. Draws less attention. Alright, follow me. And try not to look conspicuous.
This is great stuff. And one of the big comparative points I have between this mod and between Raising the Bar Redux.
You know, when we got the news
New voice for
you had
Barney?
become the
Yes.
City 17,
Yes, it
I
is.
didn't know what to think.
It's me, Gordon. Barney from Black
It's been
Mesa.
so long since Black Mesa. We all kind of assumed you just went missing. Forever. Good to have you back, Gordon.
Was that the...
We really
That was the
have
yodeling.
good things and good people around us.
Ah, the yodeling is a beta meme. For reasons that it would take me forever to explain.
I thought so much of City 17 that I elected to establish
Oh, it's coming from the
my
radio. Let's see.
administration here in the citadel so thoughtfully provided.
Look at this. This is
our benefactors.
parallax corrected cube maps. You don't see this. Yeah, the binoculars. That's where that yodeling's from.
All right. Here's an
It would take a very long time for somebody like me to explain why that's a thing to somebody who doesn't know about it already. I'm getting giddy over all this stuff. You don't see parallax corrected cube maps in the Source engine very often. Yep, I've just gone through Barney. This is why people say that Cvoxillary is a genie when it comes to brush work. Brushes are any like physical like boxy objects that make up the world, and Cvox is crazy with them. Look at this.
Remember, once you're in, go
You don't see
through
this
the
level of
industrial
detail most
site
of
to
the
the
time.
Terminal Plaza. You can't miss it. Just follow the streets. When you're at the train station, find security. It'll be empty, and I'll contact you there.
Mm-hmm. They'll contact me at security.
Don't
Look at
worry
this
about
too.
the turrets. Been inactive since the war. Before
Crazy.
that, this was one of the checkpoints. You know, during the portal storms. The force field is new, though. Let me see if I can reroute the power.
There's a turret.
Got it. All right, Gordon, you should go now. Get to the station, and I'll contact you. Good luck.
Good stuff. I mean, this level of quality you see all throughout this mod. And that's a lot because it's not being split up between 30-something developers. It's A-Shift and Cvox. And it's those two people doing all of this work. I mean, look at this. Look, we've got dropships flying in the sky. That's a mortar synth. Oh, they're mortar synths, not dropships. Welcome to City 17. This is another famous area. You saw it a couple of times earlier. Yes, so that yodeling was from a Russian number station. Too many yeah, pretty much. That's what the mod suffered from. It's just way too many people working on it simultaneously, and there's not enough focus on a single direction.
We've got to clear out of here before we're discovered. We're done for. I had a feeling even he couldn't help us.
What? Okay, I heard some people talking through a door. I don't know what that was, but I'm glad to have seen it. So this is a section that we saw earlier in Raising the Bar Redux. Obviously it was very different, but you know, this time around, instead of having a big open area, we've got something a little bit different going on. Yep, okay. Goodbye, Crow. This is entirely new. I don't remember this the last time I played this mod. Oh, some broken shards of glass on the ground. This looks like it's just a background area. I gave a lot of crap to the other mod for having background areas, but in this particular circumstance, it looks like it's just stuff that you see around the corner. I heard a cremator. Wait, was there a cremator? I heard wheezing. Where are you? Can I see you, please? Okay. So, earlier I was mentioning how there was the dude here. Yeah, there's totally a cremator. Where am I hearing a cremator? Where? Well, it doesn't matter. Earlier on, I was mentioning how there were these, what? I was mentioning how there were these, things that had the, Vortigaunts trapped inside of them. In the last game, we had that, and it was sort of just taunting you because you couldn't save them. In this one, we can and do save the Vortigaunts.
This be a human ally. You shattered our shackles, brought an end to that emptiness. We must repay for your kindness. We shall open the passage for you.
Voice work isn't fantastic, but you know what? It's fine for what it is. It gets the point across that this is a Vortigaunt.
Helpless. This rain is no story. Ills impenetrable. Unless there is another of our kind here, close. Even as he is shackled, we sense his vain presence echoing from that building. We must market a life for passage. Our brother must be brought here, united in strength. We can expose the passage that you seek.
Right, so we are gonna go save another guy. There's just more and more detail and attention to like background elements in every version of this mod. I have a brain injury. Okay, and this one is done right. This one doesn't disappear. Okay, well it kind of does, but that's because it's not turned on all the way back here. This one, this is nice. I like this. I like this. Ooh. Look at the lighting here. Wait a second. Can I look through that? There's stuff on the other side of these things. That's crazy. There's just so much here. This does not feel like it is on the source engine. Yeah, F and P's for Propsy. Yeah, the Propsy was kind of funny. Yeah, a difference between Dark Interval and Raising the Bar Redux is that Dark Interval is trying to get you to take it seriously, or Raising the Bar Redux is trying to get you to take it seriously. Dark Interval does not need to try. You take Dark Interval seriously, because look at this. This is a crazy level of detail. Give me some of that. Give me some of that. I can't have any of that. It's a little bit loud, admittedly, but, stalker. Hello, stalkers. You guys are gross. I'm gonna go in there if you don't mind, Mr. Stalker, sir. This is glass. Alright, for a second I was worried there. Stalkers are gross. Yeah, things are a little bit loud, but compared to the issues that I had with the other one, that's not a problem. Yes, RTB tries to have too much going on. That's one of the problems. The main problem is that there's no, like, proper coordination going on among the team. There is a general base... Okay, I'm gonna kill this guy. Sucks to suck, don't it? Raising the Bar Redux is trying too hard to be too big scale. This is a lot different to what it used to be. It used to be like a little tiny hole.
There's no one to us. There are collectors ahead below the streets. Our escape will not be delayed.
Is much different to the first version of this map.
We are prepared to assist you. Lead us.
Look at these. So, Seavox took the liberty of, like, remaking tons of little, fauna and flora and stuff for, like Zen stuff here. See all these different colors? These are HD models. They aren't, like, just ported directly from Half-Life 1. And they look great. These dead Vortigaunts? These are dead Vortigaunts. That's sad. Seavox is super good at making this kind of, like, attention to detail stuff, but, like, not just too much everywhere. Oh, look at this though. This is the Immolator. You can see this is nice because it's like a remade model. It's not just taken directly from the beta. At least I think. So this is the Immolator. It's completely different to previous Immolators. Like, Immolators taken directly from the beta. In the beta, it just shoots out like a laser. Will you die, please? Burn. Thank you. Burn! Burn, you decrepit fools! Very good. One of the things that I actually really loved about Alex, Half-Life Alex, is that it brought back a concept from the beta. Oh yeah, if you've seen the videos, for the update videos about this mod, it is die, you! It's crazy some of the stuff that they're working on. Like, watch the video on... What? I was looking away. What'd I miss? Okay, yeah, so this is a whole bunch of just Zen fauna. Gross stuff. Gross, juicy, meaty stuff. Was that the humongous fungus? Where? Right here? Looks like it. Or maybe you're referring to these things. Yep, I've run out of battery. Yeah, so these are gross, but like, I really like that Half-Life Alex actually brought back a beta concept. The concept of, give me that health. Thank you. the idea of, like... Will you burn, please? Thank you. The idea that Zen was sort of, like, invading was brought back from the beta into canon Half-Life. Yes. Stop hitting me. I will vitrify you. Literally, I will literally vitrify you. I will immolate you. Burn, 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 burn. These light stalks are done really well, too. What? I heard another one. Die! Burn, you fool. There we go. Lovely. Yes, so this concept of, like, Zen is infesting Earth, this was a concept that was sort of implied in Half-Life 2, but not explored. In the beta of Half-Life 2, it was all over the place. And in Half-Life Alyx, they brought it back. What's over here? Just a door. Just some health. Yep.
May use too much force.
That's a shame.
Some time to revive this machine. Perhaps there are other items in their area in need of attention.
I don't remember any of this section, but it looks really cool. So I'm not mad. I don't care. I love it. Don't care. Love it. I'm gonna go over here now. Can I open this door yet? I cannot. So what do I need to do? I need to climb up these. I'm a fool for not noticing it earlier. What is that noise? Do you hear that? Hold on. What is that? What is that? It's like slapping. What's that? What's that juicy, like, slapping noise? What is that? Is that a body? I see. Uh-huh. Cool. I'm getting a little bit of lag here just because there's so much detail here. But,
we only need a way up.
Usual day in G. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. There we go. Lovely. Although in reality, a Vortigaunt would have no trouble climbing up on his own. But, could do for a new corpse model, I think. Everybody uses the same default corpse model, and it's kind of weird.
This operation proved successful. We are very close to the exit.
Good. You hear that? We're very close to the exit. Galinga. Cha. Galalung.
Yet another obstacle.
Shoot a laser at it.
Someone wanted to shield themselves from things below us.
Shoot a laser at it. Shoot a laser at it.
A simple attack would do.
Shoot a laser at it.
But with that weapon, maybe buried.
Oh, this is... Help. I'm trapped. I'm stuck. Alright. Let's move out of the way there. Alright. Okay, so that is different to earlier versions of the mod.
This once again, clear.
Earlier on, you kind of just lost it. So I'm glad that they changed that. There's now a logical reason as to why you lose it. Well, logical in relativity. And now we are up here. Very good. Do friends now reunite? I think they do. Friends! What is that? You hear that, right? Weird.
Your confidence was not misplaced. As you fulfill your end of the bargain, so it is our turn.
Thank you for that, Mr. Vortigaunt, sir.
You will suffer. We must return. This message is a plan for us.
Where are you going?
His alliance will not go.
They say that as if, like, they have anywhere else to go. Whatever. Kind of slow there. That's kind of annoying, but whatever. Hey, welcome to the stream, dude. Waiting for a loading screen. We've been streaming for almost 3 hours now. Wow. Okay, so more stuff to look at. Look at this. Like, this is crazy. It's really big scale, and I did have a problem with that in the last mod, but... Oh! Give me just a moment, guys. I have something to attend to. I'll be right back. And we are back. Sorry about the wait there. Had to go really quickly take care of something in the other room. But, there we go. Right, so what was I saying? What was I saying? I was saying that it seems biased and unfair for me to praise this level for it being big and open, whereas I was talking smack about the other mod for having levels like that. Yeah, get this out of my face. Yeah, like, with that being said, though, the comparative difference here is that you don't have a big area that's just the wrong way to explore. You have this stuff over here to look at, but it's very obvious where you need to go. So, with that being said, let's get going. I have not put the video back up. That is absolutely correct. Whoops. I didn't do anything. Sorry about that. I just moved from right there to right here. Time ever. As a species, mortality is in our reach. Should be back now, right? Maybe? Yes, no? Okay, good, we're back. So let's take a look around here. Take a look at this terminal plaza compared to the other one. Talk to me. No rubber suits this time. So, this is the terminal plaza, obviously. So, getting a bit of a comparison shot, the other terminal plaza was just remade off of the official assets, whereas this one is remade on its own. Metropolis, we are here for you. That looks really cool. Keep it clean or he will. Classic stuff. So let's explore a little bit. I know I need to go this way, but let's look around. Let's just look at some stuff. This is cool. I like how this is like all of this is actually modeled on the inside. And I can go in. Ooh, I don't think I could go in earlier versions. That's not nice. This guy's just sad. He's just so sad. Look at how sad he is. I feel bad for him. They keep you safe. Or we keep you safe. I'm not sure what that says. Look at this! Fake doors. They're not just props that you can't interact with. They're doors that say no, we're locked. I like that. Little bits of detail. I swear I saw a guy looking out the window there. Look at that, that's detail. I love that kind of detail. You have a console cast here. Look at how well this is modeled. I love it. And like, there was one of these in Raising the Bar Redux, but I didn't have a good chance to take a look at it because I was being attacked by a helicopter. What's going on in here? This might actually be the right way to go. So let's go back over here real quick. I cannot accelerate side hop. It uses a different movement system. That's interesting. Let's go back in here. I want to see what's in here. Look at this. Look at all this. This is awesome. Is this like actual true non-linear design? This is actual non-linear level design, I think. Let's go back to the other side again. See if there's anything over there. Again, I do sound a little bit like I'm allowing for stuff in this mod that I didn't allow for in the other one. But, to be fair, in the other one there was nothing to look at. In this one there is a lot of awesome looking stuff to look at. Hey, look at this! What is this? What is all this? What is this? We got some hobos.
Hey, you wanna sit down?
Yeah, no thanks. I've been sitting for 12 hours straight. I think I'm good.
12
12.
Shut up, Davis. We all know you have a 10-hour shift. You can stop bragging about it.
It felt way longer than that when our ventilation shut off 40 minutes before the end of work hours. They just don't care if it turns to hell down there.
That's not them. The verticells shut off.
Yeah, 2 of them broke or something. That's what I heard. We also had some electricity problems as well.
They didn't get broken. Someone released the vorts.
What?
Are you saying there are 2 of those things on the loose? Oh, damn.
Come on, what would they do? It's not like they're some dumb animals.
I heard they can even talk, so...
They sure as hell weren't talking to me when the portal storms happened.
Wow. This is all new. Wow. Having actual voice acting and like different voices between the different citizens, that's really cool. Huh. Crazy. And they're talking about the stuff I did, the problems I caused on purpose. I love it. I'm glad I went back and checked this place out. This looks a lot like, hold on. No, never mind. I was thinking that looked kind of like the, a cut chapter from Half-Life 2 called, Vertigo, but no, it can't be Vertigo. Another guy hiding in the corner over here. It's just so much stuff to look at, it's crazy. Okay, so let's take a look. It's me, Gordon, Barney from Black Mesa.
We don't have much time. They're already onto you. I have a plan for throwing them off your tail. There's a route, a service tunnel, that'll lead you to the quarantine sector. Used to be a construction yard until just recently. Something happened. They cordoned the place. And only the higher ranks know any details. It'll be tough, but this is your best bet. In the room across, there's a hatch that leads right into the service tunnel. Shit, we don't have any time left. Go through to the site and find me at the city arcade. Be careful.
The arcade, they actually, they made the arcade into a working thing. And it doesn't make you nauseous either. Let's see, we got a Breen Bust. That's nice. Okay. I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited because I haven't played since 1.1, like I said earlier. And with all the stuff they've seen that they've changed so far, who knows what they're going to have changed for the arcade, for example. But we're still at the walking simulator portion, and I don't even feel like it. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. They're shooting gas at me. Cool stuff. See, that's... Take a look at this. If this were Raising the Bar Redux, they would have just had me run all the way down. If this were Raising the Bar Redux, I would have just been running that whole way. Oh, man. Such a good mod. And this update's from, like, 2019. It's hard to say what else they're going to add by the time they have the next release. Because I've already seen... If you've seen any of the gameplay that Cvox has shown off of future stuff, it's insane. Oh, my God. That's refracting rain. Those raindrops are refracting as they go down. This, yeah, it's changed for sure. Crowbar. Gordon Freeman skills, baby. What do you guys think? Should I leave him to it? I'm gonna leave that guy to what he's doing. I'm not gonna bother him. It'd be mean to bother him.
You there! Do something!
Ah, they run at you. It's scary, dude. Right, I remember this guy.
Thank God. Thought I was done for, and no one would come. Thanks, man. I don't know why the hell you even came to the quarantine area, but you'd be more crazy to stay. I can get you out of here, though. I certainly owe you that much. In case you're curious, long story short, some idiots decided it would be a good idea to smuggle out one of the canisters and see what's inside. And now, all of that inside is, well, outside.
I think that's,
Out, and my whole crew is a mindless zombie mob, like it's some
that's Stacker again, yeah. That's totally Stacker's voice. I know him.
You'd be doing them a favor by putting them out of their misery. Let's see if I can open it. There. We're not much of a fighter, but we still should stick together.
There's a little bit of a weird animation there. Let's see. Can you climb? Let's see if this guy can climb. Apparently I can't climb, so... Never mind. No, I can climb. There we go. Headcrabs. What's over here? What is this? Nah, it doesn't break. Oh, that was all. Cool. This is an alternate route if you don't want to save him. Which would be kind of mean.
Four in the back there, so there should be 4 more left.
Yeah, the Vortigaunts have kind of a weird voice acting thing going on, but yeah. Ow! Headcrab! Look at this dude. I kind of like that the crowbar swings a little bit slower. I didn't dig it at first, but I'm realizing that it gives you a little bit more of a reason to be careful while meleeing. Especially right now with the headcrabs. So this area is based off of City 1703, which is a map that we have from the leaked maps. The Worldcraft map pack, as it's called. It was basically just this map, but like mediocre. It didn't have much. This part's kind of messed up. As you kill the zombies, he calls out like who they were. Rhodes, Stein, Frankie. Ah, that's sad. That's so sad. But that's great. But like, that adds to it too, though. He starts swinging around. Okay, yeah, like Hatsune Miku with the leak, right? Yeah, that's funny. Like, this just adds so much more to it. The fact that he calls out, like, he knows which each of the zombies were.
No, I'm the only one left.
Messed up, but you know, great attention to detail and like storytelling or whatever. So I think in version 1.0 I get attacked by a bunch of man hacks here while waiting for this door to open or something. I can't remember.
Hey, I think I can fix that control panel. Did you give me your crowbar?
Maybe I'm wrong. Nice.
Go through while it's open. Don't worry about me. I'll find my way out.
Before I do that, I think I saw something over here. Haha, idiot. What's the matter? What's the matter? Get hit by a headcrab, idiot? Get hit by a starved and fast headcrab, you stupid goofball? Okay, yeah, they completely changed this area from 1.0. I think it was like this in 1.1. But, it is what it is. So, one of the nice things about this version of Dark Interval is that you lose your weapons, but it's in like a reasonable way. So this is still like the opening part of the game. We haven't gotten any of the important stuff like the like the suit and whatever. We haven't gotten our suit. We haven't gotten anything like that, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, I thought you were a cop.
What? It doesn't matter because we're still getting actual gameplay. It's not just a walking simulator. Like we just had that whole part with the crowbar. We had that part on the Borealis too, which was pretty cool. With the zombies and whatever. Those guys were kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, you get what I'm saying.
This was such a nice neighborhood, too.
I love how the citizens actually have, like, stuff that they're saying. This is new. I love it. Okay, do I want to go down there first? I'll go check out what's over here. Can I come in? Please? Please, I want to come in. I like the Metro Cops because it's just as bad for them as it is for everyone else. Whatever. Let's get going to that place with the stuff. This is not that place. Distribute. Vortigaunt. What you doing, man? What was he doing? He's being sneaky. Being a little sneaky man. You see that? A little sneaky man. These parallax corrected cube maps are crazy to me. Just because you don't see that in the Source Engine. Will the stream be archived? YouTube streams automatically archive. That's why I love them. That's why I prefer YouTube over Twitch. Is that mud or blood? Looks like... I don't know. What?
I know you green suits. You never have anything worth to exchange.
Yeah, man, I'm just here.
If you don't bring things worth trading, I'm not even gonna talk to you. Hey, I'm not some ration dispenser. If you want anything, you trade for it. And you've got nothing.
I'm gonna see if I can trade with them. I highly doubt that they have that, like, they've gone that deep into it, but I'm gonna see if I can find something to trade with them. That thing's yellow. Yellow. This is a collector's edition, dude. How about it, sir? It's a collector's edition for 1 ration. Come on. 1 ration. Yellow clay. Okay, well, he doesn't need that. I'm gonna keep looking, though. I really want to see if I can find something to trade with him. Bicycle. Nope, can't pick it up. Cinder block. No. How about... maybe cinder block. You gonna shoot me, bro? Yeah, you ain't gonna shoot me. Matter of fact. This is the tutorial level, bro. What? Yo, this man just kicked me. Excuse you. Captain Jerkface. He doesn't like me. Okay, box. Let's try a box. This is taking way too long. It makes me move slower when I have stuff in my hands. Can I take your baby? Baby doll. Soup ladle. Nope, they don't like me. Okay.
Let me read a letter I recently received.
Looks like there'll probably be a console model at some point.
Why has the combine
Oof.
to suppress our reproductive cycle?
Dang, they executed those dudes.
A concerned citizen. Thank you for writing.
That dude's catching it on camera. He's capturing it. He's taking that stuff on camera. World Star. World Star Civil Protection. This joke has gotten old already. These guys have nothing to say. Anti-citizens. Yo, it's that dude. That is a shift, I think. That's Mike, the male 07. Anything going on in here? Nope. I guess we'll go down then.
Let us consider the fact that for the first time ever,
Hello.
as a species,
Uh oh, they see me.
this simple fact has far-reaching
Alright. Not actually sure where to go. Oh. Didn't see that. Look at that! Look at that citadel, that's crazy. Couple different ways to go here, actually. Let's see here. Ooh, give me that.
instinct coddled us and kept us safe in those hard-scramble years when we hardened our sticks and cooked our first meals on a meager fire.
What's up, bro? Okay, I'm gonna keep to myself.
From instinct is its dark twin.
Did Boris send you? Check upstairs. Someone complained about the elevator or something. Was it the next neighborhood? Damn, can't remember it.
Its irrelevance.
Yeah.
And like a cornered beast, it
Will not go down without a bloodied fight.
instinct would inflict a fatal injury
No matter how many times I've been relocated, I never get used to it.
own oppressors and bids us rise up against
I
them.
just know it.
Instinct tells us that the unknown
I think
is
we've made a
threat
terrible mistake.
rather than an opportunity.
We'll think of something.
Instinct slyly and covertly compels us away from
all gonna
change
die.
and progress.
Don't worry.
Instinct, therefore,
Please.
must be expunged. It must be fought tooth and nail.
Go
beginning
over here, Chief.
with the basest of human urges.
They have nothing to say. There's so much going on in this mod.
We should thank our benefactors for giving us respite. This
How about... Let me in. Let me in. Yo, that's a new doorknob. I like that.
They have given us the strength we never could have summoned to overcome this compulsion. They have given us
Wait, what's that?
purpose. They have turned our eyes toward the stars. Let me assure you that
Let's close that door and not go back in there.
we shut off on the day that we have mastered ourselves. The day we can
Oh. Okay.
Was that you knocking? I didn't even know we still had a door.
So there's an old picture on my phone of this citizen doing that. I didn't know where it was from. I'm glad to know that that's where it's from. The source engine, right? There was a video I watched recently. The elevator works good. There was a video I watched recently, which it was a guy looking into the source engine and how it reacts in TF2 in response to something. And he said, I'll never forget it. He said it at the very start of the video. He said, in classic source engine. In classic source engine style, I got 4 different answers to a single question. It was something on what happens if 2 TF2 players shoot something at the same time. And you got 4 different answers, of course. It was something like if it's a hit scan weapon, whoever joined first gets the kill. If it's a projectile weapon, whoever joined last gets the kill. If it's a specific number of weapons, it's at complete random. And sometimes it was just, like nobody got it or something like that. Okay, we are here in beautiful City 17. Beautiful, lovely City 17. Oh my god, is that Vertigo? I think that's a little show off of Vertigo. Beautiful, gorgeous City 17. We do have a bit of a procession to watch here, I think. Take a look. Crap synth. Yo. No, not that one. That's another one making fun of the Source engine. No, there are a lot of things to talk about the Source engine, but that's a different one. I think this procession ends at some point, and then we can go through. In version 1.0, I didn't want to wait, so I accelerated backwards hopped until I hit something, and then I just went flying. Can I go? Wait. Probably shouldn't go down there. Alright, sirs, can you let me through now? I guess not. And this is also the original model, not the remake. Can I go through yet? Maybe? Please? Thank you. See? You know when it's time to go, and they let you through. Good stuff. Okay, so this is the, oh yeah, loving that music. This is the arcade, the Manhack arcade. So, this Manhack arcade you can actually play. Combine Harvester? Hey, you should go recommend that to him. You suggest it to him, because he's been using actual,
They put something in it to make you forget. I don't even remember how I got here.
That dude's tweaking out right now. They keep updating this stuff. This looks even cooler now. And the first several versions were pretty cool too. But this is different. What? Prepare for judgment? I didn't do anything. I just want to say hello. It's cool as hell.
I can't be seen talking to you, not out here. I'd like to help you, but it's out of the question.
I'm still wearing my worker suit, by the way. I'm not in my civvies. That is an engineer fixing it back there. All right, let's play some. I guess these ones are broken. He didn't remove it, did he? Surely not. Surely there's a working arcade thing somewhere here, because there used to be. Okay, here we go. Hackman! These arcade simulation minigames contain a lot of flashing, strobing, scanline effects, as well as an abundance of bright colors. If you are sensitive to this kind of effect, please be aware of that. Even if you never experienced any side effects before, it may be unpleasant. We only test this with ourselves. Okay, so that's the warning to you guys. If any of you guys are prone to epileptic, stuff, or if you just don't like flashing lights, I'll tell you now to look away, and then I'll tell you guys when we are done with it. Without further ado, let's try it out. Hackman. Ooh. Manhack activated. Yo, this looks super cool. Okay, they've changed it even more from the last version. What? They hit somebody? No. Alright. me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. You! Oh, killed him. So, I was mentioning the Manhack Arcade earlier. This is very messed up, if you know what's happening. I'm committing mass murder. It is not a simulation. These are real people I'm killing. I'm too good at being a murderer. How do I get through? Let me in. Let me in. What? Oh, I see. Nope, I don't see. Let me in. What? Hello? Can I go? I want in. How do I get in? Am I blind? Am I crazy? Stupid? No! I'm a genius. Here we go. Looks like the rendering is a little bit broken down here, unfortunately, but that's fine. You will die! And you will die. And you, maybe. Yes. I've just murdered so many people. Ooh, a little bit hard to look at. Yeah, the old leak loading art. Oh yeah, you're right. That is the leak version, isn't it? I didn't even realize. I don't know if it's loading another level. Nope. I have beat the hacker, the Hackman. What's up, y'all?
Figures.
Figures. Hackman versus. Yes.
Initializing.
Initializing.
For immersion.
Preparing
3,
for immersion.
2, 1.
Hello? Oop. This is cool. What is this? Oh, this is like a... Okay, this is actually really cool. I guess this is supposed to see how long it lasts. This will get boring really quick if I just stand around and play it all day, so I'm gonna go ahead and let myself die. Go ahead. Connection terminated. Simulation terminated. Simulation terminated. Yeah, working Manhack Arcade. Cool stuff. But, let's move along then. Don't think there's way too much more to play. Sure about that? What? Let's move along then. I'll put it on your tombstone. I don't know what they're talking about. They're crazy. Yo, is this Barney Calhoun? I think this is Barney Calhoun. This guy's welding. Ooh, I like that. Let me in. What? That door is kind of cheap.
Good on you for not making too much noise in the streets, Gordon. I'm afraid I'll have to leave you one more time. One last time.
Say it ain't so, dude.
Next time we talk, I'll get you right to Dr. Kleiner. That being said, I can't go with you right now. You'll have to go out on your own. There's an old radio tower just outside the arcade. From there, you can get underground and get to Kleiner's workshop. The tunnels have a lot of nasty things in them, so you better take this. But keep low, at least until you're down there.
Yep. Wait, do I have ammo or no? I think the ammo counter's being kind of glitched. Might want to even save and load to see if I can fix that. Oh, loading. Maybe. There we go. Nope, it's just glitched. Oh well. That is absolutely fine. We are in sub T, or whatever it was called, I think. Are those radiators on the walls? These are just stacked radiators? Okay. That's disturbing. I'm going to pretend I didn't see that, because I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if this is the right way, but it probably is, because there's a lot of stuff to do over here. This is not the right way. Good news. So I've answered the question that I had. This is not the right way. This is just a building, I guess. What? Let me in. What if I want to go in there? Let me in there. Hold on. Let me in. Okay, good. I probably did the right thing. Radio tower. Okay, so this is the radio tower I was mentioning earlier. It makes a return here as an actual tower. Or as an actual radio tower. Not exactly sure how to get into it, though. I can't quite remember. Here we go. So we're in the radio tower now. I swear there used to be a shootout sequence here that I may have just skipped entirely. What? Gun. The gun has prepared itself. Headcrab! I'm not sure if I have ammo or not. It says 0, but, you know, obviously that's wrong. I think I'm coming up on Dr. Kleiner's lab pretty soon here. Ugh. Have to pull this up the entire way. There we go, very good. I think I've locked myself. Ow, my face! I need that, dude. Getting out of here, dude. This is an interesting design here, the whole round shape for the ladder. Yes, if interesting is a word to use for it. Oh, this section. Do I need the gun? It's nice to have for sentimental values. Yo, look at this dude. What's up, bro?
What are you doing down here? You must be new down here. A new guy. You don't want any trouble down here.
Down here. Oh, my face? Yeah, I do need that. Ouch. I took fall damage. What are you doing down here? A new guy, don't want any trouble down here. I recognize this place, I think. Looks pretty cool. It's got more of the, Zen infestation stuff going on. Nope, don't want to deal with you guys. I do not have enough ammo for you. See, it says 0. I have 0 ammo. Which is a lie, but I don't know how much ammo I actually have. Oh, here we go. Good news! I know how much... Oh, it's showing how much reserve ammo I have, not how much I have in my mag. Okay, that's interesting. Bold design. What? They did not need to attack me. It was disrespectful and unwarranted. It was disrespectful, it was rude, it was unwarranted. I did not deserve this. I do not deserve any of this hate I'm getting from these guys. This is a ladder, apparently. Okay, cool. We are on our way out. We're home free, baby! Wasteland scanner. Get away. So they've updated those guys in newer versions, but we haven't gotten it yet. So the updated version has like a screen, like an eye thing going on his face, instead of just being like a I don't even know what to call that. A metal plate, I suppose, would be the right word. Or perhaps a glass plate. Some form of plate. Not the kind that you eat dinner off of, though. This is a section that was cut. This is based off of a section. Obviously, it's not actually the, Ow! Poison? Ow, 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 ow! Ow! Stop that, heal! I'll take your health. I will heal from it. This is based off of a section from a map called Sub-T. Oh, there we go. Chapter 2, Sub-T. Subterranean chapter, which would have had... What? Did I just hit? Just hit something. Whacked my head on it. Never mind. What? Hello? Die, you. Anyway, this subterranean level was going to have a sort of... I guess it was sort of like a maze that you would navigate through using your flashlight, and it was shaped kind of like this. Obviously, this looks much better than what it looked like, but, you get it. You get what I'm saying. You understand. More real-time reflections. Cool. I like that. I like that a lot. What? I heard another one. How's it feel to be shot and dead, idiot? Shouldn't be so rude to the synths. They don't know better. They're just robots. I'm not a big fan of mazes. This is no exception. I'm not a big fan of it, but it's not that bad comparatively. I mean, look at this lighting. This is actually good-looking lighting. Beautiful. Huh. Dead. Dead. You are dead. Interesting. Crab? These are all dead. Hello? You guys supposed to be dead already? I guess they are. Whoa. This is pretty cool. Barney!
Ah, there you are. I was wondering how long it would take you. You always had a knack for solving elaborate routes, Gordon. The lab is right here, believe it or not. I think we're pretty well hidden. Dr. Kleiner came up with some sort of radio repellent for the scan bots, so they're discouraged from accidentally flying by or taking shots. But enough talk. I can't wait to see Dr. Kleiner's face when he sees you step into his lab.
So, unlike the last one, this is, like, actually a custom-done lab, so it should be nice to look at. It does still suffer from the same problem of having to sit around and wait for a whole bunch of dialogue and stuff, but, yeah, not too bad. My gun! I miss my gun every single day. Ah, pretty. Pretty, pretty.
Hey, Doc! Dr. Kleiner! Back here, Barney. Doc, there's someone here to meet you. What? Of all people, you should know better than letting strangers in here. Oh, I think we can trust this guy. Oh, my goodness. Gordon Freeman. So it was true. We heard you were coming back, but I couldn't believe it.
I love this voice acting. This is great.
You know, Gordon, you arrive at a very crucial time. We certainly could use a man of your many talents. So what's the plan, Doc? I was gonna find us a transport, leave the city. But Barney, we've discussed it before. I am convinced that we should send Gordon directly to Kraken Base. Come on, Doc, how the hell am I supposed to get him there? You're not. I've been working on my prototype, and I've already ran some successful tests. Some? 7, to be precise. 7 in a row. There is nothing to worry about. The crew of the base and I have made some major strides since the cat. Well, let's just say I do feel very positive about our chances. I still say we should leave the usual way. There is no way anymore. The Metro Police are more alarmed than ever. They're rounding people up right in the streets. I barely made it here without being arrested. Damn it. All right. Can we?
Yeah, they might be the same voice actor, but
oh, you're right.
They do sound good though.
This way, Gordon.
I mean, he sounds like Dr. Kleiner, and he's not just old
He suggested that I could fix it. And
leak things.
Perhaps find some use for it. I suppose the day has come. Mark 5. It's almost as you remember it, although I've made a few modifications. Still, there's only so much I could do with the tools I have. Try it on.
Welcome to the HEV Mark 5. Protective. Void, hazardous, and
I'm sorry. I'm afraid it will never be as new.
These are taken directly from Raising the Bar.
Combine power panel. Guys,
Uncorrected proof, that is.
Show 'em what you've been working on, Doc. I never stopped our research on teleportation. With the help of my colleagues, old and new, we managed to compress the Zen relay beyond anything we ever dreamt of.
Yeah, I think they are the same voice actor now that I'm listening to him. Yeah, that's fine.
And now we can use it to transfer you to Kraken Base momentarily.
I'm still not a big fan of these
I don't think I told
round
Gordon
ones.
about the cat yet. There is no time. Gordon, if you please, climb into the telepod and we can begin.
There's really not much to see from the inside. There we go. At least this one looks a little bit nicer. Yeah, the Vox breaking was something that was taken directly from Old Friends, which was a short story written by Mark Laidlaw.
Yeah. There on the desk, there should be a plate with the name Yukawa. Could you read me the number on it? It's 9979379.37. You got it? Thank you. I was just checking my parameters. All right, Gordon. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Transferring you in 5.
5.
3, 2, 1.
Where's Lamar?
Kraken Base reporting, we got him.
Is he still in one piece?
Absolutely. Everything worked like... Wait, hold on. I'm detecting relay fibrillation. Field integrity down 9, 12, 15%. He's beginning to oscillate.
No,
Uh-oh.
Gordon!
That ain't good. I'm oscillating, apparently. Uh-oh. Hello. Where am I going now?
You have to shut it down, Doc! Kraken, we're going to attempt shutdown!
No, wait, we're losing him again.
Where to now? Oop. Oh. Oh god. Oh, sweet mother of Lord! Yeah, I think that's, A shift. Probably. Where am I? Where am I? What is this? I don't know where I am. Juice? Goop? I don't like that.
I'm trying! There. Well, open it! I can't. The seal must have melted. Gordon, hold still. I'll try and pry it open. Wait!
Uh-oh.
Marty, get back!
That ain't good.
Gordon! Gordon, can you hear me? There you go. Doc, I think he's okay. Doc? Oh, shit.
Damn.
Marty, the telepod. Doc, it's Plaza. There's no point. We have to leave. Is Gordon alive? He's fine. Look at me. We have to leave now. Gordon, we can't stay here. It's best if we split. Me and Doc will try our old escape route, but you need to leave the city ASAP. If only Dr. Mossman was there. She'd know. Come on, she could have stopped it.
Aw. He looked very, very sad. This is, again, another update from the last version. He didn't have, like, that gash on his face now. Or he didn't have the gash on his face like he does now, rather. I was not watching. Where did Barney go? Barney? Barney, please don't leave me alone. Oh, there it is.
I'll
So
take care of Dr.
I think
Clark.
this is where
You take care of yourself.
this ends off, unless they've added a new chapter. Sometime today. I also like that Dr. Kleiner doesn't actually die, and also that he's not a jerk.
Good luck out there, buddy.
It's a nice little fresh breath air that he's not terrible, but he also doesn't die instantly. No Lamar, though, I noticed. Is that the end? I think that's the end. Alright, so CVOX and A-Shift for just about everything. CW3D for the ambient music. I think he did some of that stuff for the other mod too. Stackers, Odell, Construction Foreman, a couple Citizens. Renegadist for Stenographer Worker. Huh. Yeah, A-Shift for the Kraken Lab Assistant, and CVOX for the Vortigaunts. Yep, they were the same voice. This is where you usually see some thanks to Valve. However, the Source Engine is the messiest pile of garbage we ever had to deal with. So no thanks to Valve, because they had to overcome them on every step. Aw, man. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. So that was that. Let me check to see if there are any more maps that can be played on. Concept Wasteland Train. Oh, snap. So they're working on doing a Wasteland Train for the opening then. Come on, cheats. What is the no-clip bind? Is there no no-clip bind? It's weird. So this looks kind of cool. This is just a little conceptual piece hidden in here. With that, let's get Impulse 101 going and see what we got. Okay, stuff we're not supposed to be looking at. Magnum flare gun, of course. SMG, pulse rifle. Okay, this looks cool. How do I zoom with it? Hold on. I'm sure there's a way to zoom. Maybe it's not implemented in this version. So this is the OICW, and this is, well, it will be the Tau Cannon. I guess I shouldn't really be looking at that. Immolator, very nice. And the Theropods, as per usual. It's, well, Dark Interval is the name of the last musical piece from Half-Life 2, Episode 2. It's the song that plays when, you know, when you watch Eli die. Kind of been retconned, but yeah, it's fine. This is a cool looking map. Keep it clean. Great to be part of the greater good. I'm sure that Samuel will probably appear at some point during the sequence. He was another cut character, of course. Wow. I mean, wow, really. That was a lot of really cool stuff that we just watched. Let's see this OSCW. Pretty cool. Kind of works like an SMG. I'm sure in later revisions it has a different functionality though. Cool stuff. retconned or alternate universes. Something like that. This is a huge thing. Yeah, well, Eli makes... There's some scenes of Eli and stuff. No need to get into spoilery territory in any case. Wait. That's weird to look at. Anyway, it probably won't matter in this mod, ironically, since I'm assuming that Eli is probably not going to be Eli in here. More beta trivia is that Eli Vance is actually a mixture of two different people. He's a mixture of Eli Maxwell and Captain Vance, who are two completely different individuals. Oh, you know what that missing texture? I think I know what that missing texture is. Good news, it doesn't actually matter. Alright, I think we've got just about everything that we're able to look at for this. Let me check around. Ooh, Zoo DSP. This is a zoo map. What is this? Weirdo one. Cave medium. Cave small. What? Oh, wait. You hear that? Boo. Let's see what's over here, shall we? Little headcrab room. They eat watermelon. What's this? Water? Wait, what? Glad that they have a zoo room for all of these. Not exactly sure what the use for this is, but glad to know that's here anyway. Let's execute the headcrab, shall we? They're dead. There's nothing that can bring them back. Well, before we go, let me check one last thing. See if there are any more maps. Demo Hydra. Oh, are Hydras in this build? They are, but they're still kind of glitchy. Darn. These are bugs that have been fixed, but they're certainly very glitchy in this version of the game. How unfortunate. Oh, but they do have the updated ones then. This is what Hydras are gonna look like, apparently. Those are gross looking, but awesome. I didn't realize that this map was left in here. Yeah, hold on, I may have broke something. Let me try this again. Try the level again. So there's a video on Cvoxelary's YouTube of all of this. And it has a little demo with the working Hydras. Obviously, these are the sort of broken Hydras. And I was wondering, maybe I shouldn't have moved. Oop. Now I'm here again. It might just teleport me to the other room. Yes, it does. And that thing is missing its textures. How unfortunate. The Hound Eye is also missing its textures. Interesting. Zombie. Yep. Huh. Cool. I didn't know that these maps were left over inside the files. Let's check to see if there are any more. They sound so gross. So let's see. Zoo, DSP, Demo Hydra, Concept Wasteland. Nope, looks like that is about it. Alright. And with that, I believe that wraps up our stream. So thank you guys very much for watching. We had an average of, what, four people watching? Good stuff. Glad that you guys all tuned in. And I think with all that, I think we're just about done. So I need to have a thank you for tuning in thing. I don't have one. I don't think I have one. Yeah, I don't have a thank you for tuning in thing, so... Well, thank you guys for joining the stream. I'll see you guys whenever our next one is, I suppose. Or whenever the next video is. I have a betafied that I should probably finish. I'm going to do that at some point. And, yeah. See you guys around.